You please. When I say you should restart your phone or probably update your, if it's iPhone, I think you should probably your iOS. I think there's a new update. But guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are streaming or watching us from. You're welcome to Emir Sirdam show, our weekly show, where we come out every weekdays, bar Fridays, and talk about our country, talk about the politics of the day, trending issues that has to affect us as a people. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. It's actually a TikTok show, but we are streaming across other platforms on X and on YouTube, and just so that we can have more Nigerians participate in the quality conversation that we have here every night we come out. So I just want to thank every one of you that have come out already. You guys, I call you guys the first respondents of this show because you guys are always the one that, gets the groove on. You guys are the ones that make sure that, see, very few of us have gotten over 20 something thousand likes already. That's the power of what you guys bring to the show. And for me, it's very, very important because it actually feeds into the energy of the show and gets me in the groove. So I am very, very, very thankful to all of you. I just want to push everyone right now, listen to the sound of my voice. Please, you guys will do one more thing for me. One more thing for me. I'm demanding one more thing from you guys right now is to please share the live. Share the live to 10 or more people on your TikTok. Share the live on your X handle. Share the live on your WhatsApp stories, your WhatsApp groups. As I'm speaking right now, I'm going to be doing the same thing. So it's not as if I'm just saying I'm going to be sharing the live right now to all the places. And also, please, if you're on X and on YouTube streaming from those platforms, please also repost. The more reposts we can have. Thank you so much, Obi, for president. That's what I want to see everybody do right now. I'm going to see if I can pin. Yes, I'm going to pin the comment. The pin comment, guys, what I want everybody to do right now. Thank you. I see some people sharing already on the Violence Space group. Thank you. Let me share the ESS link. Let me share it also on the WhatsApp channel. Please, guys, everyone, just go to all your groups. Every group you can find yourself. Everywhere you know there are Nigerians that probably do not come for such conversations, and they need to be in these kind of rooms. Please drag them into this place because I believe today's show is going to be very, very, very interesting because today there's enough things to talk about, and I think we're going to enjoy today's show. So please, let's get up into the conversation before we start the show. So thank you so much, guys. Let's keep it sharing. And also, while we are sharing, please don't forget, please, to also keep the likes going up. You guys were amazing yesterday. We did over 200,000 likes. Not unprecedented, but one of those good numbers we do every day. So it is important for us that we also see if we can go as high as possible also today, please. So while you guys are here enjoying the conversation, especially for many of you that do not like to request the mic, you guys just chill. Many people already you guys already love the show and you just sit down and be hearing all the basketballs and everything. Please just don't listen to the basketballs. Also contribute by liking the live because as you can see, we had League D1 yesterday. Right now we're at League C5, so we're coming up. We are going up. When we used to do it every day, then we got to I think League B1 or so. But now we are falling off, and the more likes we can get today, the more TikTok is going to push us up the algorithm. And when people use their FYP, they get to see this live. That's actually why we demand for the interaction, because I say TikTok algorithm is one of the best algorithms out there in social media because it's an interactive algorithm. So it's not like probably when we're having spaces on X and you can just put your X space and it's like a radio station for you. You can be doing other things. I'm hearing in spaces on this, but on Twitter, it doesn't affect the quality of the space. But for this, if you want this conversation to go as viral as possible, it has to be an interactive conversation. That is, it means that the more the conversation is going, that's why I see people Jones on TikTok. People come and be dancing, shaking, because the more they do all those things, the more people are liking, gifting them and everything. And it automatically boosts the live. So for us here, it's not about the gifting, but all I will appreciate you guys if you guys can keep the likes coming up, and also most importantly, please share the live because of the kind of quality information we pass out on this platform, the kind of quality conversations we have on this platform is one I think that majority of Nigerians should be having. So please, I see we are doing good. Well, I think people are coming up on X. If you're on X or Paul Onoja from YouTube, I see you. Drop a comment if you're on YouTube. I'm just going to read all your comments today, and on X also. Please just don't join the conversation. Repost the stream. Let's get more people into the conversation. The more people we get, the merrier the conversation can be. And also, important I pass this message out here. The Emir Sirdam show is actually open to all Nigerians, all Africans, all well-meaning people. It's open. So you don't be surprised when you say probably your first time, you know Saddam, that Saddam, that Saddam that is fiery and everything. No, I try to make sure this is an open platform, because for me, let us hear all sides of the conversation. Let us bring everybody into the room. Everybody say what you have to say. As always on this platform, after the whole gaslighting, reality always take precedence. That's what we do on this platform. So please, guys, let's keep the shares going up. I'm really trying to pass time with the information sharing so that we can get more people to the conversation before I start my bass bulls, because I don't say me as I be cook well. I can try cook. Let me drink my cooking juice so I'll be ready for you guys. Oh yeah, hey, K Prince, my brother. I see you from X. We go again today, guys. We go again live. All right, please repost the live. Repost the live. Oh, repost the live, please. Repost the live. Let's share the live. All right, guys. If you're not familiar with this show, it's a show where we talk about our country. And today we're talking about one of the things that pain me more about TikTok. The only thing I think they can change is if they can create the room in a way whereby I can outline my topics, because there are so many things that we'll have to talk about today, and the topics, the characters are limited. So today we'll be talking about the gift that keeps giving. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's latest lamba he dropped for Nigerians today, about the exchange rate. And also one that they dropped earlier on this morning, a very controversial topic that have been going on for the past couple of years. In fact, since the 2023 elections. Lagos, some people say Lagos is no man's land. In fact, that's one of the bases on which mayhem and terror was unleashed on the voters that were not voting for the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's APC in 2023 elections. We saw people were unalived, people were macheted, people were some people currently lost their limbs. Some people life will never be the same again because of the outcome of that elections, because some certain people chose to turn an election into a terror affair, bounce on other Nigerians because they look a certain way, or because they speak a certain way, or because they come from a certain tribe. And the whole question was the whole conversation was, they say Lagos is no man's land. And also today we'll be talking about the new Bola Ahmed Tinubu's tax on fuel, because we said this, that's so the conversation today goes sweet. We go touch so many places today. So guys, sit back and relax and invite those that you know that will miss this show. Bring them into the conversation. Let's have a wonderful show today. But let me start from the lies. I think it was earlier this week. You see, the lies are too much that I think I have to start documenting it. Okay, yes. Earlier this week, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's goons dropped one for us, and it was the Japan lamba. And we had to come out here, I think that was on Monday, and we were debunking Japan's lamba. And I remember telling you guys, I was like, everything called Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a lie. The name itself is not his name. Do you understand? You have to understand where the foundation, when the foundation is faulty, everything that is built on a faulty foundation cannot stand. When the name a person bear, you are allowed to bear nicknames. But when your official government name, the name that the world knows you with, is not even your real name, when what you declare as government name is not your real name, first, there is every tendency that every other thing that surrounds you is a mystery or are all outright lies. And that's what I'm trying to break down for Nigerians every time I have the opportunity to speak. For Nigerians to understand that the man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu first, from that very name, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not his name. First, not be name when his parents born, give him. It's a lie. It's a stolen identity. So every other thing that the man is built on is lies. Everything that you see, he has a track record of lies and lies and lies. So do not be surprised that you're seeing or we're experiencing a government that is currently trying to lie its way all through the tenor. So earlier on today, I'm going to try and see. Let me find the video and play it. Let me play the video. Let me just play the video. So I'm not going to be the one. Let me play the video for everybody to listen.
And that is who is here. It's here. Thank you for believing in me. The economy is stabilized. Nobody is trading piece of paper or exchange rate anymore. When I took over 1.9, it's 1.35, 1.45 now. It's been stabilizing there. People can predict. You don't have to know a Cardozo before you get your foreign exchange, you get your imports. What we need now is building the ship, the vessels, for export and import of our goods and create jobs for the people. That's a guarantee that to the people.
First of all, I'm not even going to try and talk about how incoherent he sounds or the long pauser. If you're a footballer, if you're a football lover, you know what they call pauser. The long pauser, all those things, all those gimmicks. I'm not even going to do all those things, right? I'm going to focus on the messaging and exactly what I've been crying and I've been shouting since for Nigerians. I've made it a normal. I say it that by 2027, these guys will come out and say Nigerians now feed 6 times a day. That is they were the first country on earth where people are eating 6 times a day. And with straight face, they will say it, and people will be in the hall clapping. People that have not eaten, people that are under compulsory fasting, we clap. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu looked at Nigerians and told Nigerians say that when he came in, that the exchange rate was 1.9, and that they have stabilized it now to 1.3, 1.4. You know, traditionally, he said, I said this yesterday. I said Tinubu's biggest problem is that he came at a time where there's social media. Not just when there's social media, when Nigerians, at least some Nigerians, are invested in the country. He came at a time where there's some people called the obedient, where we say they no agree, say Nigeria must work in their lifetime. He came at a very wrong time. Because if it was our parents' generation where he dropped this lamba, it would just fly. Because our parents' generation, he tell them, say he built Lagos. People wait there, when we say then see how Lagos take be. When live for Lagos, then born for Lagos. Then Lagos for Tinubu come Lagos. He come Lagos, not do anything. Come and say, I built Lagos. Then fall for that lamba. Then fall for the lamba. You understand? So the worst mistake he made was the timing. I'm certain that if there's anything that Tinubu can change, it will be the timing of his coming. He's coming to power. Because this lamba he's dropping like this on a very normal day before I go fly now, he goes whoop and just go chop him. And just we forget actually what was the exchange rate in May 29, 2023. And just we forget it. And to just go under the radar. So just in the space of this week, these guys gave us Japan lamba. That Japan and Japan say waiting Japan no say. Japan come and say that lie you. You know allow me that one cook finish. You know allow that one make that one cook finish. You don't drop another one. That the economy is stabilizing. And I asked myself, I said, because I've heard contrary opinions. So from APC, they say Sirdam, at least now, and that there's no parallel market. There is no parallel market. And I asked myself, I say, even those days where there was parallel market, let's say the days where there was parallel market in the FX, it was probably say parallel market. Let's say you go to CBN, you get naira at 400 naira. You come to black market, you get it at maybe 600, maximum 200 extra. Even at that point in time, yes, it was not fluctuating. It was not. We could have different varieties of prices. I will comfortably be buying dollar at 600 naira than me buying dollar at your so-called stability, which is at 1,500 naira. It is commonsensical to any businessman. So your idea of stability, if your idea of stability is to kill the naira and take it so high, what were you expecting? Why can't you stabilize it for us at 300 naira? Were you expecting us to clap for you that you met dollar at, I think, 500 naira when you came into power, and you've taken it to 1,500, and it is there at 1,500, and you want us to clap for you that it is stable, and you say the economy is stable? But instead of you to even say that you met it at 500, you now told us that you met it at, we came in where it was 1,900. Expecting Nigerians to swallow this lamba, hook, line, and sinker, and just move on. Nah, not be Nigeria. Nah, and you know his supporters now. It's the greatest gift Tinubu have is his supporters. I swear. You say they start interpreting it. No, it's not what he meant. It's not what he meant. That's what they always say. It's not what he meant. Tinubu is the first person to speak. Now what he's saying needs interpreter. That he will speak. Then his supporters are going to say, no, this is not what he meant. He meant this. He speaks in tongues to Nigerians, in parables, as a God that he is. Then his supporters will now come in and break it down for we that are the commoners. To now understand what Baba was saying. No, Baba was not saying it's 1,900 exchange rate. Nice. He's saying is you will hear all kind of. Hey, and they talk, Oga Lamba, you said we can enter the show as we talk about the Lamba of Tinubu. They will explain it out, and I'll be asking myself, I'm like, for real? But that's what we found ourselves. But I don't want to stay too much on his lies, because for me, it's important Nigerians understand this thing. That everything, and I said this, I've forgotten which other lie. See, what Tinubu is good at is that he lies a lot and he overwhelms us with lies. So by tomorrow now, a new lie will come out that will cover up this lie. So we'll forget that he even lied to us yesterday about the exchange rates. We have forgotten that he lied to us just a few days ago about Japan. We are forgetting he uses more lie to lie, as in he's building an empire of lies. In fact, I'm going to probably at the end of today's show, I have to probably just pile up his lies that we have received alone just this year. Back to back lies. Just overwhelm Nigerians with lies. Then you not see the funny thing. This man and his supporters are the kings of projection. Oh, well, that's exactly where they have failed to hold Mr. Peter Obi. The fact that if they have tried to see if they can project Peter Obi to, hey, he's doing drugs, he no day. He's a criminal, he no day. He's a thief, he no day. He stole funds, he no day. He did this, the Monopoly Rancid, there is nothing they can project on the man. They will not keep telling you he too lie. Because Peter Obi will say the road from Lagos to Onitsha is 250 kilometer road, 250.5 kilometer road. Actually, the real road is maybe 250.3. Peter Obi means 0.2 kilometer. They will come and say, he too lie. Meanwhile, the man, the liar in chief, the Lamba, the king of kings of Lamba, that is dropping it every single day. They project this man. That is the only place they can project on Peter Obi. So notice it. You never say that Peter Obi is a thief. They cannot call him a thief. They cannot say he's incompetent. They cannot say he's not credible. They will always put this particular part now that they know that they can exaggerate. They now paint it. This is actually who Tinubu is. They now project Tinubu on Obi as a liar. Meanwhile, this man has used lie to destroy them. In fact, he said that he have generated all the income that he needs for the year in August. He does not want more money. Tinubu, hey. But meanwhile, before I jump into the other part of the conversation, he has announced again, when we were screaming in 2022, especially to Nigerians that do not know this man. At the point in time, I do not blame many Nigerians. I understand the fact that many Nigerians are victims of this man propaganda. And I say it all the time, I give it to Tinubu's handlers, because in my heart, I know he does not have the capacity to think of these things that he has said or he did to rise to power. It is actually the playbook of the CIA. I'm very certain of that. That the way he's rise to power is not of his own mental capacity. He doesn't possess it. He doesn't possess it. That whole master strategies, it's not the strategy. It is actually the playbook of how these our Western holders, how they used to put their puppets in power across the globe. So you see some kind of people that become so prominent in the world, and you wonder, how did they rise so fast? How did they become so powerful? It's because of the way that they were planned, the way these puppets use our puppet masters, the way they use these ones, because they don't say these guys are actually working for us. I said it yesterday. This man is actually a stooge and a working puppet of the Western imperialist, because for them it is important Nigeria does not work. We are a very strategic nation. We are the sixth most populous nation on earth. On earth. Now we be the sixth most populous nation. Now we get numbers. Number 6. We are the most populous black nation on earth. We are a very strategic nation. And it is important, it is imperative for our holders, our colonial masters, that Nigeria does not work. And that is why it was easy for them to take out a Jonathan Goodluck that was coherent, that was at least serving the people, even though he had his own loopholes and his lapses, and replace him with a Dundee in Buhari. And also replace Buhari with a more Dundee in Tinubu. Because the black nation must not rise. Because Nigeria must not work. If Nigeria works, the dynamics in the globe, global trade will shift. If Nigeria wakes up, if this sleeping giant wakes up, the dynamics in the globe will shift. Western economies will feel it. So it is important, it is very, very, very important that Nigeria does not rise. And so therefore, it is important that they put in people that they know will never elevate Nigeria beyond primordial conversations. Oh, we dey pay salary, we dey build few roads, we dey build 1948 rail lines, we dey build, all these normal nonsense things that on a very normal day it shouldn't be conversations. Nigeria should be an industrialized nation. We have all the components to be an industrialized nation. We have the human capacity, which is the most important of it all. We have the mineral resources, which is the second most important of it all. We have everything on earth. We have everything on earth to be the Japan of Africa or the China of Africa, as the case may be. We are lacking just one component: leadership. Leadership. So you see a man that comes out and he's bragging and saying that we should clap for him because he has taken the naira from where he met the naira at probably 500 naira to 1,500 naira, that we should clap for him, that he has stabilized the naira. You see how this man thinks. All the policies that he has implemented in Nigeria, look at it the same way in Kenya. Ruto. These are imperialist puppets. Are all IMF policies. All the policies Tinubu is doing are IMF policies straight to the T, including WTO. So you see why when this woman came back to Nigeria, many Nigerians, many of us are very, very sentimental. We like to see our people occupy good positions. Unfortunately, I'm going to say this: Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala does not, as it stands today, represent the interests of Nigeria. And it's not because of what she came to say, it's because it is a reality. She's the president of the World Trade Organization, a body that understands how the dynamics of trade in the globe is. So she will never do the bidding of Nigerians, even if she might have a good heart. Oh, maybe she wants Nigeria to work. Oh, but because of the nature of the position that she occupies today, she cannot speak or represent the values or the interests of Nigerians. So you see, with the advent of Bola coming in and the increase in the taxes and putting tax here, putting tax there. Now, these are all IMF policies. Take away subsidy. Meanwhile, in foreign nations, they subsidize things for their people. The West subsidize for their people. There's subsidy everywhere. The richest nations subsidize. Why should a country that the poverty capital of the world, why should you be taking away subsidies? Okay, they told them just to go to CNG. Is that not what one of Tinubu's this thing? He's one of his so-called achievements that we should now go to CNG. He has removed the subsidy on CNG. CNG has skyrocketed. On gas. Google it. They are making sure that before the next election cycle, that Nigerians have to be at the state of our knees on the ground begging for a slice of bread in a country with abundance of mineral resources. That is where we found ourselves today. And that's why it is important that we continue to put pressure on the system, at the same time continue to educate Nigerians. For me, I'm of the opinion, I saw, I don't know who made that video. Someone made a video, he was saying that by January, 10%, how many percent tax? Everybody going to pay tax. And me, I'm of the opinion that I see Nigerians. I don't think there's anything that can break Nigerians. I saw my sister's video today. What was this girl's name? Mama P. Where she said she was in an Uber. And the Obama was just complaining. Everybody in Nigeria is complaining. Everybody in Nigeria is complaining. Everybody in Nigeria is scared to do the hard work. Everybody in Nigeria, we know what we have to do. We know what we have to do. But nobody want buy, but everybody want go heaven. Nobody wants to come out and be a voice and speak this truth. Activists, one leg in, one leg out. Once they become one small famous or they get small money, they just free. I don't get what I want to make alarm. So for me, I'm of that opinion that if we are not intentional with our messaging, honestly speaking, Nigerians, one thing I can say is that Nigerians, our adaptability rate is straight from hell. Whoever do Nigeria this thing, whoever make Nigeria the way we adapt now from hellfire, because that person then coach am from hell. Because for you to survive hell, come earth, come be angel of Nigeria. Now that person train us. Because what we are passing through under this APC government in any sane climb, there will be an uprising like never seen before. If you just dip it and imagine where we were before these criminals came to power in 2015 and where we are today. In any sane climb in the world, not to talk about a climb that has the population that we have, there will be an uprising that have never been seen before. It is damn too much. We have sunken so low under these people. And they still have the F-13 to come out and tell us what they do. We can come out. Is it your money? Is it your money? So for me, we have to be very, very intentional with our messaging. Especially what we that know how far. You find yourself, and we have to not just be intentional, we have to be consistent with our demands and our messaging. And that's why it brings me to when we started the campaign of Riga by 2027. Because I have seen it, that the truth of the matter is that I don't believe that there's anything right now. If it happens, I know that it's a miracle. That I don't believe that there's anything that you do to Nigerians right now that Nigerians will be able to hit the streets from the north to the south to the east and the west to absorb this government. I don't believe. What we are passing through is enough in any country in the world. What Nigeria is passing through right now, the military would have taken over. Because what we're experiencing right now is a total abuse of democracy. All our democratic institutions are in shambles. What we are passing through right now in that country. But it's only Nigeria themselves in there for barracks. And I'm not even asking for them to even take over. So for me, it's important to keep on pushing this messaging out there for Nigerians to understand what we have to do. And that's why I say I'm not worried about whatever is happening right now. All I'm worried about is how can we sustain the messaging for Nigerians to understand that these criminals by 2027, where I know that there's one day in 2027, every Nigerian, whether you like it or not, old or rich, big or poor, no matter your status, there is a day that is coming in 2027 that everybody will be outside. And that's the election day. So we have to know and learn and be intentional that the next election, we have to weaponize it with the messaging that we're going to be passing across to Nigerians. That the next election is a rig and buy elections. If Nigerians claim that they are okay with Bola Ahmed Tinubu's manhandling of the administration, destruction of the Nigerian economy, if they're okay with it and they vote him in, I will raise my own hand up and say, no wahala. What we choose, we deserve. But if Bola Ahmed Tinubu choose or want to or think that he's going to use his Lagos format of how he has held on to power for 26 years as a de facto governor in Lagos for 26 years up until today, for the generality of Nigeria, then he has to meet the greatest resistance ever, because we failed in 2023. And that's actually why I'm even coming out to talk right now. It's because if I had known, or if I believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu won 2023 elections, God knows I'll never talk about Nigeria anymore. I will just go face my life. But I know that he was voted. He was flogged woefully. You not see 2 million votes. Tinubu not see 2 million votes across the country. He rigged massive. The rigging was unprecedented. That they had to announce him in the middle of the night like a witch, like a bat that he is. In the middle of the night, when people were sleeping, they had to announce because they were scared. If you announce this guy in the afternoon, what thing will happen? Nigerians, if you know, container. They had to announce in the middle of the night. And Nigerians did not respond. And at least for me, I knew that, okay, well, it's like a first time when we tested, Nigerians went and tested the power of the people. And the power of the people really spoke. But the power of the people did not defend their vote. So I was like, okay, it's still part of the fact that it is, to salvage our country is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And as long as it's a marathon, there are times when you run marathon, you go tire small, you go come back up, and all those things. So I knew that I felt it. I was like, okay, definitely as it's a marathon. Oh, excuse me, please. Let me take my pen. As it's a marathon, definitely Nigerians are going to, we'll get used to the conversation. And I think we got into it. Many people that were not politicians, Nigerians followed the process. Many of us turned from politicians to the judiciary. We've watched all the systems in our country collapse before our eyes. We watched one man in the space of few months capture all the seats of government. We have seen it, and we have seen it outplay. We have seen how he has turned this country to a very nepotistic country. So it is important for us that the messaging going into the next elections is that we have to do ×3 of what we did in 2023. And not just go out and vote, but make sure we protect our votes. Make sure that, oh, thank you so much, my brother and Joe, thank you. Make sure that we protect our votes. Not just protect our votes, make sure also that our votes do count. Very, 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 very important. And I will stay with our vote until it's announced. We are out on the streets. The agenda should be, we sacrifice 4 days for the next 4 years of our lives. If Nigerians can sacrifice 4 days, we can have a better 4 years. But if we choose to cower, or we choose to allow these people to play their Lagos kind of politics at the center, then we're in for a rude awakening. Look at what happened in Abuja today. Aberos. They have imported Aberos to Abuja. Abuja will become city before these crooks occupy that place. Abuja now don't become, anyway, if you do any other, they go pick your pocket for Abuja. They go cut your hand, collect your phone for Abuja right now. Abuja has now turned, Abuja will be saying, if you have been to the capital, you know what I'm saying. Abuja now is unsafe. Because he has imported, the man knows how to terraform any society he gets into. And that's how they were going to be exporting it state by state. Look at the kind of governors that have emerged under these people. Look at the kind of governors that they are producing. Look at Edo State governor today, celebrating that he bought 300 motorcycle. 300 motorcycle. God. APC. Ah, my goodness. 300 motorcycle. This man will celebrate today. Now he has brought 300 motorcycle that they use the 300 motorcycle to fight crime. Oh, my brothers and sisters, it's very, very important to understand where we are as a people. We have to save our country. There is no place like home. I say when I speak a lot to many of my friends, having my friends, and you see how they're excited about wanting to go back home for December, wanting to go back home and flex, but you cannot say you want to go back home and establish, or wanting to go back home and stay back home. We are now in our country. We are now how do I call it? Nigeria is a pilgrimage ground. Nigeria, for Nigerians, is not a pilgrimage ground where we go and spend a certain amount of time and phew, we're out. A country that is so blessed with all the, in fact, we're out. The ones that are even in the country now are trying to see how they run. I know how many of my friends were doing doing exceedingly well in business prior to these criminals coming to power. I know how many of them struggling. Families are struggling. The brightest of us are struggling in that country. There is no room to hide. There's nothing to hide anymore. APC have destroyed Nigeria. And the man that is here now is a demolition man. The current person now that is there is in fact, that's his new name. Going forward, I don't get a new name for Tinubu. Tinubu, aka Demolition. Demolition man. This man goes, this what is currently happening right now is actually he's the best of Tinubu. I want to ring this into Nigerians' ears. What we are currently experiencing is actually the best Tinubu has to offer. If this is not scary to you, if it is not scary to you, I don't know what else will scare you. That we are actually witnessing the best Tinubu has to offer. And we know Nigerian politicians, majority of them, that second term is to steal. So if Tinubu is actually showing us his best now, whereby his wife is coming out on open TV to beg for money, the poverty capital of the world, the wife, they come beg us for money. So me, where they hustle my urgent 2K, I go still after all the trillions, the Columbia sins. I go still carry my extra 2K, send for a Tinubu. They never get second term. They never get second term. They never get second term. A country whereby in the space of 2 years, there are so many low-hanging fruits. Even if that a presidency will come in and do that, even if you don't like the man, you will sit and say, well, just keep quiet. Just keep quiet. At least you don't like him. No problem. I don't like Tinubu, yes, but there are things that you are expecting that he has done by now. Say, no wahala. No wahala. 2 years is enough to have fixed the insecurity in the country. 2 years is enough to have fixed the insecurity in Nigeria today. 2 years is enough to at least transform one sector. Just take one as your baby project, your pet project, and say, okay, in these 2 years, I will focus on making sure that Nigeria turns out to be I've said this and I'm saying again today, turn out to be the health tourist attraction of Africa. Turn Nigeria to the Turkey of Africa. We have cheap doctors. We have cheap nurses. We have them in abundance that every day are writing exams to run away from the country. Incentivize them. Increase their salaries. Put in a task force and put a task force in charge of our health sector to make sure that we have pure, up to standard, up to date hospitals across the country. Put these things out. In 2 years, you can do these things. You can buy all these things and you import all those beds, import all those equipment. You can do all these things in less than 2 years. You can even build from scratch up. But I'm not even saying build from scratch up. We have existing buildings. Increase the welfare of these people. And turn the healthcare sector around. That can just be your baby project. Nigerians will see it. You don't have to come out and start preaching and lying to Nigerians up and down. Oh, we are now doing free dialysis. We are now doing free this. We are now doing free that. Lying to Nigerians up and down because you think Nigerians are stupid. Nigerians will not see. Nigerians, we need to come out and tell us the project you're doing on paper. No, sir. If you have done something like that, someone like me, I'll say, I don't like this man, but thank you, sir. You do well. But you want me to come and celebrate that they say you're giving student loan. When I know how many people I know that I have that are in universities that cannot access that loan. That the only people that know the people that are getting that student loan are APC supporters. You want me to not come and clap for the student loan said that you want me to clap for. How are the infrastructures in our universities? Did you have a total revamp? His supporters came yesterday and said that they release money. All Tinubu is good at is releasing money. He releases money. That is what Tinubu is good at. Releasing money is good. It's not a bad thing. But we know the country that we are in. That when you release money for politicians or release money for administrators, as the case may be, they will loot half of that money. That is the truth. That's the reality of Nigeria. So if you're releasing money and you have not set up a system to track this money you're releasing, it's as good as you waste it. It's as good as you just going to club with that money, Bola Tinubu, go to Qlox or Vanity and be throwing the money in the air. That is exactly what you would have just done. Make you even know, make people snap you pictures, say, we see president, they throw money for air. It would have been better than you say you release NEL fund. You release NEL fund, and inside the NEL fund, they have stolen like 70% already. You did not set up a task force to follow up these funds you're releasing because it is not your money. And you don't understand what it means to secure public funds. You have been living on public funds all your life. Nobody knows. You have no business. All your wealth, Bola Tinubu, that you're the richest man in Nigeria, you're the richest man in Africa, can be traced to public office. Probably there may be your powder business. So you don't understand what it means to protect public funds, to safeguard public funds, to implement policies that will make sure that, imagine that by now, Tinubu is boasting and saying, I stopped subsidy and I sent the subsidy money to governors, to senators for constituency projects. By now, there should be enough follow-up. These projects they say that they are meant to do. Which task force did the president put in place that today have come out to say that we are following and monitoring all the projects that people say they are doing? And which one has been delivered in 2 years? And who have been held responsible for the looted funds? None. So all you're doing is giving Senator Ned Woko came out and said, since in the history of existing, that Tinubu is the one that released for them the highest money. Tinubu released for him his own constituency. Welcome, Alozie, over 30 billion naira for his constituency project. I said, go and check the constituency project. You see that he bought generator. Generator, sewing machine, keke na pep, and then build one small kilometer road. He will not spend out of that 30 billion. He will not spend 3 billion for his constituency. They remain 27 billion. They go steal them. Why wouldn't that guy be siding and supporting Tinubu? They will do anything for Tinubu. There may be like 3 trailers of rice to share for the people, the poor people in his constituency. That is what these people call constituency projects. There is no follow-up from the presidency. So a president that is serious with public funds will make sure that the EFCC by now, let's just imagine that like 4 senators have been picked up by EFCC because they cannot account for their constituency project funds. 3 governors are being probed. Just imagine that kind of news circulating in the media space. 10 permanent secs are being probed for inflation of budget. Just imagine such news in the media space. You will see that corruption will hide. It might not buy you, but corruption will hide. But Tinubu will never do it because he knows how he got into power. All of us know how he got into power. That's why I came out and said he has ended corruption in Nigeria. He has ended corruption in Nigeria. We have never been more corrupt in our history as we are facing it right now. This is the time that if you want to be thief in Nigeria, now just go and steal now. Steal now and go enter APC. They will give you Mopo and DSS to be following you. Just steal now. This is the best time to be a thief, a public thief in Nigeria. Steal and go to APC, and your sins are forgiven. No accountability, no pushback, nothing. And you are guaranteed a head of online zombies that will support you with their blood, even though they don't know you, even though you didn't give them 1 kobo. They will come on lives and be shouting their voices. He did not steal it. It's a lie. You're just hating him. It's a lie. It's a lie. You don't have to even pay. Go and steal all their money. That's what APC have done to this country. Oh, that guy, that Sirdam guy, a hater. He just hates them. He just hates us. He just hates Una. He don't steal any money. Infant mortality, we are the highest. Poverty capital of the world, we are the highest. Hunger, we are the highest. Unaliving of Nigerians, we are the highest. Suicide, we are the highest. Every bad metric, most corrupt governor, president in the world, Tinubu is the number 3. Everything that is bad with the top chart. Every wrong statistics, everything negative. APC don't put us for number 1, 2, 3, first 5 in the world. If not the first 5, they will protest for APC. Say no. APC is an economic terrorist organization. That's how I see it. So while Boko Haram is doing their own, APC is doing their own economically to make sure they dismantle and destroy this country. The Nigerians will be on our knees. You ask yourself a question, say, Nigeria is the only country. I'm saying person bring out passport. Go and do equivalence of passport in other countries. How much it is to get a passport in other countries and their minimum wage. Minimum wage, you put the Nigeria minimum wage at 70,000 naira. You now carry passport to 100K. To even Japa is expensive. You can, APC has been created to make sure that they unalive Nigerians. That you don't go fit run. Say where you want run go. If you want run, highest the only way you go fit run now through desert. If you're unlucky, they will sell you for $100 in Libya. Which majority, if you're so unlucky, you probably will be eaten by scorpions in the desert. And as I'm speaking right now, hundreds, or I dare say thousands of our brothers and sisters are actually right now en route Libya to leave that country. A country so blessed that the people are economic migrants, economic refugees across the world. When you hear about people from Syria, they're running away from Syria because Syria have been in war for over 10 years. Sudan, over 10 years. You go to Libya, over 10 years. These are refugees that are running away from their country because of their country is at war. Nigeria is at war with APC. APC are out to make sure that Nigerians don't unalive us. And they have brought in the demolition man. The demolition man that has no amount of sympathy. He's an elitist, he's a narcissist, he's an egoistical human being. He doesn't care about the poor. Tinubu does not freaking send you. You know they see in house for body loan for Lagos. You know they see in house for body loan for Lagos. How poor people go line up for streets. Me ain't gonna give them 20K. That is his joy. When he drives in with his convoy, he'll be giving them 20,000. He's happy seeing poor people in penury. He's happy that there are beggars surrounding his house anytime he comes around. Then he will not elevate the worst of the beggars to exalted positions, the Aberos, and make sure that other people now feel and see that Abero is a way of life. Abero is a way of life. Nigerians are living Nigeria. I talked about him yesterday. A young guy that the Nigerian Society on X contributed money for him for his surgery because he had bow leg. They say make he go straight to the leg for him. Where they carry and go? Egypt. Now Egypt in go. He's in Egypt. He has been just going to play the guy on X. Body of Lagos. Go and see Cairo. Just go and look at Cairo. Egypt followed among Arab Spring. 2011 Arab Spring. That they remove what's that president's name. I forgot that his president's name. Egypt followed. Look at Egypt today. 2011. Muslim Brotherhood were taking over Egypt. Egypt fought back. Go look at Cairo. They have electricity in abundance, in excess. The same people that Nigeria went to do deal with, Siemens, that APC said they went to do the same deal with, Siemens. They have gone to Egypt, and in 5 years, they have finished their deal with Egypt. Egypt have they get over 25,000 megawatts of extra electricity. The same people that they now come to Nigeria. Under APC, that's why I see I have so many facts to back me when I say APC is an economic terrorist organization. It is intentional what APC is doing to make sure that Nigerians are poor. It is intentional what APC is doing to make sure that Nigerians never have electricity. An electrified Nigeria is we already once, because you see Nigerians are very, very, very innovative in nature. Naturally, Nigerians are people that we don't ask the government for anything. We are very creative. If you by mistake make sure that Nigerians have 22 hours light. Let me even go to 24 hours, 22 hours light a day. Light is wasting. And if Nigerians can say light now water, I will not be shocked to hear that Nigerians have started building spaceship because of the ingenuity of the minds of Nigerians. I'm not saying all Nigerians, we will have very, very foolish ones amongst us. But they are inside that 200 million people are abundance of resources, are great minds that just need a lifting up. Just create an enabling environment for them. Just that extra spark. There's something that light. That's why I say that when they bring light, you say, hey, up NEPA. You go, yeah. The one area go shout up NEPA. It go be like, say, na Christmas or na Salah. Imagine that now become a regular habit of Nigerians. But what APC and what our government have been doing consistently, that we are giving birth to a new generation of people that that are having trauma. We're all traumatic. We're all patients in Nigerians. If you were born in Nigeria, you're a patient. You don't even know. We all need therapy first. We all need therapy. So what we are doing right now, you give birth to a child in darkness. The child never gets to understand the potential of having electricity. And when you don't have that electricity, automatically you're already stifling the mind of the Nigerian child to be able to do great things. It isn't, and these are actually intentional acts. You don't have to carry pew and come and surrender person for you to unalive a person. There are so many you can psychologically unalive a person. All it's going to take is a longer time. The same thing Bola Tinubu did in Lagos vis-a-vis Southwest. I kept screaming how this man is terraforming the Lagos and the Southwest. Growing up as a kid, education used to be now within Southwest they use brag. Highest numbers of professors, then go school pass. It has always been about what is the dynamics now? Just go and check it right now. In fact, go and check it since Bola Tinubu became governor. Since he became governor, he intentionally made sure that the educated in the society were not around him, were never elevated to exalted positions. He made sure he elevated the riffraffs, the aberos, the touts to exalted positions. What does that do to a society? What it does to a society is simple. You psychologically terraform the society, the young boys. Imagine a young child growing up in, let's say, in Bariga. And the child's neighbor, now professor for Unilag. Professor Unilag. Then one of their neighbors is now one now motor packed out. Maybe the Egbo Adubo of Bariga. That small boy wakes up in the morning, heads to school. As he's going to school, he go see where Egbo Adubo dey for front of street with him boys. They smoke SK, they drink scoochies. And what I'm telling you is reality. If you've been in Lagos, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you what happens in Lagos. They drink scoochies. They high. They shout. They gyrate for streets. Professor drive, go walk. Drive, come back for a rickety car. That young boy will come back for evening from school. Go see the boy Adubo, then they celebrate for street. They'll call him, hey, Omo, you will come. They'll give him small cash. The boy go appear at the house. Consistently. You not see that Ebon Adubo don't build mansion. Ebon Adubo don't they drive heavy jeep. Professor see they drive the kitty car. The boy enter secondary school. See all Ebon Adubos around them. All of them, they don't hold, they don't get money, they don't do business, all they do G and the rest. What is the incentive of that boy seeing education as a pathway to success? Very, 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 very little. A parent can do all they can, but you should understand that to raise a child, it takes the parent and the society. You can do all you can, but when you do your own and the child leaves the house, the second parent of that child is the society. And the society that Bola Ahmed Tinubu created in Lagos, that is a society whereby now riffraffs, they control things around there. It's a society that is meant to be doomed. And meanwhile, he now made sure that Lagos was so difficult that every Lagosian, they hustle 9 to, as in not be 9, Lagos not 9 to 5, 9 to 12. You go leave house in the morning by 4 o'clock in the morning. You're coming back home maybe by 11 or 12 or 1. Short time to sleep. You sleep, wake up again by 4, by 3:30 to 4. You don't shower, don't head out again. You go slow for like 4 hours. You created a system that as a Lagosian, you're not going to think about governance. You're surviving. You're just living a life of survival. Meanwhile, your children were rotting, and looking up to riffraffs in society as their mentors. That if I call some of their names here now, you see people that will come and insult me. That you wonder, in any same society, these people should not even be seen in the public. But Nigerians, our celebrities even use them, sing song. Your professor will go school, will read, will become an intelligent ingenious. No one of our celebrities sing song for them. But all our celebrities use all these touts, they sing song. How will that child be incentivized to want to go to school? That was how Bola Ahmed Tinubu terraformed Lagos in 26 years. And so don't be surprised when you see some of his supporters, how dumb, how empty they are. I see some of them even where I am. When we came from masters here, many of them dropped out of school. I was shocked. After paying such humongous figure, you come here, you leave school. I say, hey. I just come and say, the paper will come fine now. Don't give Oyinbo Bele. Don't get paper. Pew, what did they use school do? They don't value education anymore. There is no right. Such a society is already condemned to doom. So for me, these are the pointers that I've seen and to understand that this demolition man is actually an active agent of the CIA. Because their own agenda is to make sure Nigeria never rise. Nigeria must not rise. It is simple. Nigeria must not, we must never fulfill our potential. The mineral in Nigeria does not belong to Nigerians. We must not be allowed to develop. We must not be allowed to get to a point whereby, so if anybody is speaking for the rise of Nigeria, you are an enemy to the imperialists. And that is why they are so comfortable with the Bola Ahmed Tinubu in power. Because they know Bola Ahmed Tinubu, give him 600 years. Nigeria will be 600 years worse off than it is today. Give him, there are some things I can bet anything. Nigeria can never see change under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is not possible. Highest thing is we are not paying salary. We're no longer. You hear the kind of achievement they'll be telling you, you'll be crying. We should thank God now. We are no longer borrowing to pay salary. We are now doing a student loan. Mundane 2020 conversation that should not be here in 2025. And how was it before now? Let's clap. He tried. Look at what he was saying that they should clap for him. that he deserves. Thank you for not for believing me. Believing me that you took Nigerian naira from 500 naira to like 1.5. Nigerians should clap for you that you took our naira from 500 naira to 1,005. I say you have stabilized it. That we're not in a stable economy. And if you don't clap for him, you're a hater. It is incredible what we're passing through. And this brings me to the concluding part of my submission, which is Lagos. Lagos being no man's land. Or Lagos is the no man's land. You see, for so long, especially for those that have not lived in Lagos or don't know Lagos or don't even know the history of our country, that have fallen for this long-seated lie that Bola Ahmed Tinubu built Lagos. In fact, the moment I hear you say Bola Ahmed Tinubu built Lagos, that moment I know that you are bereft of information, you have been brainwashed, you don't know. In fact, I begin to pity you because you're already a victim first. You're a MAGA. You be client. You be Bola Ahmed Tinubu client. You just remember make you go collect that Remi Tinubu account. Begin send her money freely. Make you be say you true know your job as client. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu built Lagos. The moment I say I just no. I know how to calm down and see how do I start to re-educate this person. Or you say compare Lagos to Anambra. Compare Lagos to Anambra. I say it's okay. No. I now have to educate this person because these people don't know that Lagos has been in existence, have been thriving since the 15th century. I say 15th century. Now in that time, slave trade, they enter Lagos since 15th century. Lagos was capital of Nigeria for 70-something years. All the major projects in Lagos, all the setup of Lagos was done by the military with Nigerian collective money. My brother Mo George, welcome. Everything that Lagos is today, now Nigerian money. Then all of a sudden, a man came in, a man that did not build one bridge in Lagos. I'm saying this again, this is a city Lagos is surrounded by water. Lagos actually, they fill water to get land to build. So Lagos is on top of water. Before he became governor, some places in Lagos, if you open their tap, they see to drink. The Lagos State Water Board was still functional till he became governor. As he became governor, everybody started building borehole. What Lagos will thank God for is that God is in His infinite mercy. Make sure say we're not doing here. I don't know what those is it how I call them, the geologists say. I don't know what they call it, the tectonic plate. The tectonic plate where you say earthquake. Because the amount of boreholes that are in Lagos today, God forbid an earthquake or something, a natural disaster happen in Lagos, is Otilo. This man came into a state that is on water, and 26 years of being governor of Lagos State. Lagos State cannot give its people water. 26 years of being de facto governor of Lagos State. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that killed the Lagos State Water Board, cannot give Lagosians water. Lagosians are now the ones giving themselves water through boreholes. Everybody just buy land, build, boom, borehole. One day. Now one day. A man that did not build one bridge over all these waterways in Lagos in 8 years. That all he did was in Lagos was to start collecting taxes. And they say increasing the IGR of Lagos. That's why I was screaming there. I say increasing IGR is what any Tom, Dick, and Harry can do. It simply means collecting money from the people. Yes, I can say yes, he centralized it. I give him the kudos because he centralized it using his own company, Alpha Beta. so that he will be collecting percentage. 30% of Lagos taxes go to his pocket. And he increased Lagos IGR to how many billion? And at the end of all those billions, he could not build one bridge for Lagosians. No project you can point to and say, wow, this Tinubu legacy project in 8 years. All he has been doing is claiming the project of Fashola, project of Ambode. And they will not say, but you're saying he's governor for 26 years now, and he still left Lagos in debt of over $1 billion after generating all this. I look at how they're telling right now. He's generating, you see, and if you study Tinubu Lagos, right, you understand how Tinubu Nigeria will be. And that's why people like me were screaming in 2022. I have studied Tinubu's Lagos. Nigerians don't replicate Tinubu's Lagos in Nigeria. Lagos can survive on its own. Lagos will survive on its own. Why? Because of the peculiarity of where Lagos is located and the fact of the matter that the past history of Lagos has put it in a place whereby it can survive on its own. It's a cosmopolitan city for a reason. It was our past capital for 70-something years. Major investments are there. All the federal parastatals were all headquartered in Lagos. All our banking institutions were all headquartered in Lagos. All the international listing were all headquartered in Lagos. All the embassies were all headquartered in Lagos. These infrastructures were there. Tinubu did not bring anyone to Lagos. They were there before Tinubu came. How then did he build Lagos? But that lie flew, and many people carried it and campaigned on it. The man that built Lagos. And I was saying, look at this man's antecedents. Look at his history. Look at what he actually built in Lagos. He actually was a tax collector. And it's not as if collecting tax is bad. But at least when you collect tax, the people you're taxing should see the job their tax is doing for them. Their tax should be showing off. In Western world, they pay taxes. So that's why if there's an emergency now, in where I am, and I call 911, in the next 5 minutes, I'll go hear siren for here. Where it will come out from, I don't know. My taxi is working for me. If I see, oh, my water, if I turn left, if I turn left, hot. If I turn right, cold. If I turn mid, if you know they do me well. One call, boom, appointment. They don't come check them from house. My taxes is working for me. So all the taxes that Lagosians have been paying these people for so much, what have these taxes to do? Nothing to show for it. No good roads, no security, no light, no water, no emergency dial, no hospital. We are in the same Lagos that a doctor fell from lift. Can you guys remember? In Lagos, a doctor fell from lift and got unalive last 2 years, or last year. Till today, that lift has not been fixed. Till today, as we speak. A city that is smelling. Lagos, they smell. If you go Lagos, if you enter Lagos from air, everywhere, the air in Lagos is choking. Poor drainage. That's the reality of Bola Tinubu's Lagos that he built. And we're screaming that these Lagos are telling people he built. If he carry that same messing hand enter Nigeria, Otilo, Nagoyeramo, Lagosians could survive because Lagos is a cosmopolitan place. There's number, there's power in number. So therefore, even no matter how they tax you, as long as you're doing business, you can be able to pay off your taxes. You can get money. If he brings it to Nigeria, you that you're a nut. I know when NC did this submission on the violence space, where my northern brothers opened space to insult me and NCs. That we are telling them that in the north, it's not the one that you'll be driving. In the north, you can be driving car, unregistered car for years, 10 years. Nobody will even stop you. No police will stop you. Nobody will ask you for paper. No be other Bola Tinubu. You go pay tax, so you go pay tax. You go pay tax, so you go pay tax. We were saying it, MC was saying, they were not laughing, they were not saying, no, MCs, what do you mean? How you go and I said, okay. See how our other brothers are crying up and down. Look at the unaliving in Castina. Castina governor had to go and pay. Do you know what they say? People were unalived in Castina. President no go Castina. Go visit them, commiserate with them. Castina governor had to come to Abuja to visit president, to commiserate with president on the loss of lives in his state. That is a man that he doesn't care about anybody. He only just collect taxes. So from January, whether you're rich or you're poor, you're big or you're small, wherever you are, as long as you have account in Nigeria and money the entire the account, Tinubu will collect your own percentage. As a man where him be. Tinubu the demolition man. I don't give him two names today. Demolition man and as a man. Tinubu as a man. Nothing else you want to tell me. You collect your own percentage of the tax. You go rest. You know, say only for bank. Like I say for fuel, even fuel. This fuel, when the subsidy is gone, when fuel go boom. He say if after you buy finish, you go collect your own asa. You go put your asa for you. Yeah, give me my own 5%. Hey. You don't can't tell people when you do CNG. You know they not. You remember the propaganda of CNG. Nigerians are not going to CNG. They now constantly go come out subsidy for CNG. It don't go up again. As a man say, give me my own 20%. The man go collect. Nigerians. And you know why I'm happy? Honestly speaking, if there's anything I support Tinubu is this is taxes. This is taxes. So for the first time, Nigerians will be, in generality, if Nigerians will be stupid like Lagosians, no problem. I want to really see it. Because Lagosians were so stupid that they were paying all these taxes without seeing the benefit of their taxes. So if Nigerians are going to be stupid enough to be paying this man their life savings, to be giving this man all the money that they work for, and they don't see the benefit, who am I? I honestly open live and I will just be laughing at us. If Nigerians will be stupid from January, that will be paying him, I will not see, because the truth of the matter that you will not see any benefits. All they will tell you to do is that we are building Coastal Road. The only country whereby I gave this analogy yesterday, I'm giving it again today, that your roof is leaking. Your roof is leaking. Your door has been broken. Your fence is on the floor. And your area is not secured. You now say, the way out for me right now is to use, then you now come and cash out like 50 million or 100 million in one contract. You now say, the way out for me now is to go and start building a new house that will be worth 300 million. Meanwhile, if you renovate this your other house, it will cost you 50 million. And you can turn this your other house to a brand new house. You build up, you re-roof it, you build up your fence, you put up a new gate, you put up security check, you even put solar and everything. It costs like 50 million. You say, no, man, I go begin build new house for 300 million. Meanwhile, you have how much? 100 million. Then some people will now come and tell you, yes, Sirdam, you sabi the game, you too much. We see your new project, your new house where they build, you too much. And some people around there, Sirdam, you don't get sense. Why you not just carry this 50 million? Renovate this house, get extra 50 million where if you do other things. Why you not fit do all? Why you go? Why you then another thing? Guy, you don't get sense. What you tell me? I go find money, borrow money, build a new house. That's exactly Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria. All our major highways are in shambles. All our federal roads, none is motorable. Bar none. If you're coming from the east to the west, roads no good. From the west to the south, road no good. From the south to the north, road no good. You know, fix them. And the Society of Engineers in Nigeria said that for all the abandoned projects in Nigeria, I mean, all the bad roads, all the abandoned roads, all the projects that federal government have abandoned in the country, to fix it will cost Nigeria like 14 trillion naira. 14 trillion naira. Tinubu said, no, let's go and spend 17 trillion to construct a coastal road. So that analogy I just gave you guys right now is exactly what Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his incompetent gang just did. To fix all our bad roads in the country will cost us 14 trillion with all the houses, buildings, everything. Society of Engineers said 14 trillion will fix everything. Tinubu said no. Let me go and give my godfather 17 trillion to build a brand new coastal road. And I am the enemy for saying these truths. George, request mic. Make I give you mic. Request mic. I've opened the floor, guys. That's why I wrap up my submissions. If you want to join the conversation, please, you're free to request the mic. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a. You don't necessarily have to agree with what I'm saying. You can have your. I make sure that this is request the mic. And Vim Paul, I'm going to bring you up. I make sure that I air my view as it is, and I allow you to come in and air your view. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe what I say. It is not compulsory. But you see, one thing you get from me is that I will always tell you the truth as it is. So before I wrap it up and I bring you two of you, George, please just hold on. Just pause. Before I bring two of you up, I want to wrap it up with a statement by Daniel Bwala. Daniel Bwala came out today and said Lagos, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu has allocated over 2.something trillion. How many trillion? Let me find it and read it. Let me read it out. So I don't want to do like my APC brother with fakes and statistics. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have Lagos alone. He has given Lagos over 4 trillion naira. Allocated over 4 trillion naira. While the whole southeast, he has given them 197 billion. 197 billion for 5 states. Lagos alone, 4 trillion. Then they now asked Daniel Bwala on Arise TV today. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu was doing this, his mathematics, when you guys were doing this, your statistics, let me read. I'm trying to read other parts of it before I open up the live. Let me go down there and find out. Let me find out this thing. I'm coming. Sorry, I'm going to come to you. I think I'm going to find the maths and probably just read the project, the way he shared the project across the country. Then he now said Southwest minus Lagos. So let me play what this guy said for Nigerians to respond accordingly. This is not allegedly, this is live.
The last election, let me tell you why Lagos State is different. Lagos State is a no man's land. In the last election, the president who comes from the Southwest did not. Let me tell you why Lagos State is different. Lagos State is a no man's land. In the last election, the president who comes from the Southwest did not win Lagos. That tells you the cosmopolitan nature of Lagos State. Secondly, the richest man in Africa is a northerner. His business is not in Kano, it's in Lagos. Almost every rich man that you know in Nigeria has business undertaking in Lagos. And the Nigerian people are represented in Lagos. You go to Lagos, if not because probably majority of the people are Yoruba speaking, you will wonder whether Lagos indeed is from the Southwest. London has
But does this negate the fact that other regions also want to have their own hubs?
Let me land. London has more investment than the entire state in England put together. New York has infrastructure and investment more than all the states of the, or more than the rest of the states in the United States, including California. Paris has more investment than anywhere. So in every country, wherever you find the commercial nerve of that country, you are likely to see the need to put infrastructure in place in order to boost the economy of that country. Whatever Lagos benefits the country. So the idea that you put more in Lagos than in other states of the federation should be put into proper context. Lagos is a no man's land. Lagos is the hub of Nigeria. Lagos is the pride of the country. Lagos is the beacon of economic growth of the country.
Thank you. This is now out for especially my Ronu brothers and sisters, the ones that used to cry, because there's one that came out on this space and was shouting, "How dare you come out? I mean, if somebody come out and say my fault." Can you guys remember our life before we went on break? One that came out and was reverberating, that my forefathers' land. You come out and say it's a no man's land. I say, my brother, calm down. Lagos is a Yoruba land. We all know. But for that context, okay, people remember, thank God you remember. He said, if you say it in my presence, I will make sure I do. I say, my brother, you will not do anything. Calm down. You cannot be carrying all Nigerian money and be developing one state. Then you now say Nigerians should not come and talk about that state. Or Nigerians in that state should not vote in a particular way, because or they should not participate in the electoral process in that state because the state is in your region. If you now say, okay, we now agree, we have accepted, just not make wahala no day. Lagos is a southwestern state. Agreed. By geographical location, by everything. Let's say Lagos is a southwestern state. It's not a no man's land. Then you have to treat Lagos as every other state in the country, irrespective of whatever metrics you want to put. Lagos have been feeding off the federal coffers for days. You can say, yes, they generate more money. Facts. They generate more money. Doesn't stop the fact that majority of the money that we use in this country to fix Nigeria comes from a region. And what goes back to the region is just 13% of the derivative of their fund, of whatever comes from the region. 13%. Don't those regions deserve to want more or deserve more? But APC, look at them now. When them come and talk, say Lagos is a no man's land. Election, no day. Elections is not on the corner. Lagos is a no man's land. Once election reach, you go see them. My Lagos, not your Lagos. These people are from the pit of hell. He said this thing twice. Lagos is a no man's land, just to justify the humongous amount of contracts Tinubu is pushing to that state. Twice. And I'm not seeing these animals that used to attack other people that when they say the same thing. I'm not seeing them on the timeline attacking Daniel Bwala, because it's Tinubu boy that have said it. But wait for elections. You will not even hear anybody say Lagos is a no man's land during elections. You will not even hear anybody say it. They will be the ones that are going to form it and come out and say, obedience are saying Lagos is a no man's land. So therefore, it is war. APC. All right, today I'm asking, is Lagos a no man's land? These are many more on the Emir Sirdam Show. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much, all of you that have joined us. Guys, let's get to 100,000 likes real quick. And if you're listening to us from X and YouTube, please share the live. And if you're enjoying the comments or you have a rebuttal, put it in the comment section. I'm going to be reading it. If you're on X and on YouTube, or you want to join the conversation, or you want to speak, please come to TikTok on the Emir Sirdam Show, where you can request the mic, and I promise you have your space to speak here. Thank you so much. Let me run up the mic right now and bring my brother, my APC guy, my bro, Omo George. It's Lagos. I'm going to start with asking a question. Dauda, come here. I saw you. You came in like a thief in the night. You always run away from my submission, because my submission, my submission, they like dagger. My submission, they enter on our chest. When I go run, when I don't get one day my submission till I finish. So now they scatter their chest. My brother, George, welcome. Good evening. How are you doing today, bro?
Good evening. You know, the beautiful thing about you is this. It's like when two professionals come in, see each other, and the other one is doing his own trick somewhere. You're looking at him, you're smiling. They're your customer, attend to them. All these things they talk, I know. I know you inside your heart, you don't believe half of what you said.
George, is there anything I've said that is a lie?
You said so many things that you yourself, you know, I was just like pulling my head like Saddam.
No, George, is there anything I've said here tonight that is a lie?
My brother, I said 70%. I'll be very benevolent by saying 70%.
70% of what I've said here today is a lie.
I will just be very benevolent.
Please, name 3 things I've said here that is a lie today.
Hold on, please. Yeah. Okay. You see, you paint the picture of Lagos. Let me ask one thing. Did you grow up? Were you born in Lagos?
I was not born in Lagos, but I spent ample time in Lagos. Why? I've been to almost all parts of Lagos.
Okay, you know why I asked like that? You see, some of us, we knew where we were. We knew how far the journey is.
If the question is, I knew Lagos before Tinubu came, and I knew Lagos after Tinubu came. So yes, I can stand authoritatively to speak on Tinubu's tenure in Lagos.
Okay, let's start. Do you know when the state was a mess in terms of waste?
In terms of waste?
Yes. Do you know when there was heaps of waste everywhere from Iduro to Oshula to Ikotun?
Okay, Tinubu cleared. Okay, Tinubu brought in Laoma that cleared waste. What next?
Okay. Do you know where the engineering complex of Lagos State Polytechnic was? The present TVC.
TVC that was meant to be Lagos State University.
I just used that one to describe it.
Lagos University that Tinubu took the land and turned to his personal property.
No, it wasn't Lagos University.
Lasu?
It was the engine. No, not Lasu. I studied there then. I was there on the day Tinubu said, I'm going to relocate.
Is it not state land that TVC is on right now?
Hold on.
Is it not state land? Yes or no?
Can you hear what I'm saying? This is what I was one that brought the place. I said, do you know that place?
Is it not state land?
Do you want me to? Let me ask. I'm saying
you're asking me a question. I'm asking you. We're having a conversation here. It is not a battle. It's a conversation. Is it not state land?
Is it not state land? I don't know.
What George?
How would I know if it's a state land?
What was on that land before TVC came there?
It was my campus. I was a student on that campus there.
It was your campus?
Yes, engineering campus.
Of which school?
Lagos State Polytechnic.
Lagos State Polytechnic.
Yes.
How did Lagos State Polytechnic Engineering Campus? Wait. I'm George. I'll allow you. I've not started your time. So we're having a conversation. How did Lagos State Polytechnic Campus, where it was, all of a sudden, turn to Tinubu's television station?
Okay, now this is the situation. That campus was there. It was small. That campus and Surulere campus for environmental. Tinubu, the one in environmental at Surulere was a rented building from the information we got. So I don't know the status of the Iposi campus. He came and promised, I will move you guys. And he built a school in Ikorodu. In the 1990s, the Ikorodu campus was near husbandry place. They were just having animal farm, pigs and some chicken. He built that place. From a quick Google check, you see, I was on a program, somebody was reading out, Obi bought 1,000 computers for students. I was laughing.
No lie. Obi bought, what's it? What's 1,000 computers?
Okay, wait. Let me was about to say. I was laughing. Then I remembered what happened. In year 2000, the WAEC fee was around 6,000 naira per student. From a quick Google check, it says about 700,000 students. And Tinubu paid for them WAEC for his.
How much? You said WAEC fee was how much when? In 2000?
About 6,000 naira then.
No. That's a lie now.
I'm serious.
I know how much. No, it's a lie. You know reach 6,000.
You pay for WAEC?
You know reach 6,000. You know reach 6,000. I think WAEC should be like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 as of then.
No.
Yes. Yes. GC and WAEC is not the same thing. Is GC not November, December? WAEC June, July. WAEC fee no 6,000 naira, my brother. No 6,000 naira in 2000 for WAEC fee. Come on now.
I know what I'm saying now. So that was what Tinubu was paying. That was when Obasanjo told people that meaning juju where you don't pay money for, that you put it at the back of that stone you used to cook. That was when Obasanjo increased all federal schools. Guess what I was getting? I was getting state bursary as a student of that school. So, when you talk of this Tinubu, I'm like, do you really know what you're talking about?
Okay, see, I paid WAEC fee for 1,002 in 2002. Now my brother, why they do this thing now? I don't do this kind of thing now, my brother. What is absolutely lie? It's true. Oh my God, don't say it's a lie. It's true. How can you say WAEC fee 6,000 naira in 2000? How? It's a lie, bro. It's a lie. Don't be serious. No, you're seriously lying. George is a brother. Is a lie. Now lie. Now lie.
Okay, you know what? Before you say this, you are going by what people say.
No. I wrote WAEC within. I don't even write WAEC 2000. I wrote WAEC. I think I'm not gonna say yeah. I wrote WAEC, but I wrote WAEC in the 2000s, and we did not pay that. Now lie, brother. Now lie.
You know what? What I'm saying to you is this: find people that pay if they will remember and they will.
See people they here. They tell you for comment section now. People in the comment section tell you that it's a lie.
Please give me 2 minutes. I need to do something.
All right, take your time, my brother, and come back. Take your time and come back. Take your time and come back. But let's keep the conversation going, guys. Meanwhile, you can come up here, and one thing you don't do here, I don't agree. Yes, if you come here and lie, I will fight you. We will fight. See on that person, I paid 1,500 in 2001 at Ajabandi High School. You see, very, 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 very important. WAEC was 1,650. Thank you, Joe Biden, my brother. Thank you. Okay, Grok just confirmed it that WAEC was 1,600. And also, P2B brought over like 20-something thousand computers. Not they called 1,000 computers. Where P2B buy computer, Microsoft shout. He bought the highest number of computers in Africa as a this thing. Don't go there, please. There's levels to education. Tinubu destroyed the education in give it. You see, that's exactly the thing he did in Lagos. He did in Nigeria. Pay WAEC, give student loan. But he will not improve the infrastructural facilities of the schools. He will not train the lecturers. Okay, 30,000 computers to be bought, you see. He will not train the lecturers or increase or incentivize them. He will not make sure that the lives of lecturers, professors today are driving Uber. ASU are threatening to go on strike again. He has threatened ASU that they're going to destroy. Why ASU are not going on strike for so long is because they have threatened ASU that if they go on strike, they will scatter ASU. That, Tinubu's MO is divide and conquer. Anything that he does not get, he divides it. So if NLC want to go on strike, you hear that there is NLC, he will get like 5 or 10 other NLC members and pay them off, and those ones come and create faction. He factionalizes anybody that do not cower to what he wants. And that's exactly the threat he has been threatening ASU, to factionalize ASU. And the moment he factionalizes ASU, is finished. The power of ASU. So ASU have been holding down since, so that they don't factorialize. Because factorialize NFC, NLC, TUC. Look at all the parties. Any party when no figure go create faction. That's how Tinubu operates. But being the poor, let me bring you to the conversation. Welcome, bro.
Yeah. Good evening. I am trying to pronounce the name. Is it?
My brother, I don't even pronounce the name. Don't worry yourself. May don't bite your tongue. Emir Sirdam.
Yes, Emir Sirdam. Yes. I've been coming to your space for a while. I think I've actually been. You have given me the opportunity to speak here some time ago. I've forgotten here. So it is always a privilege to listen to you because with the current issues and situations that we have in Nigeria, where a lot of young guys that we used to look up to, either they have been bought over or because of tribal affiliation or something like that, most of them are no more speaking up. So it is always refreshing to listen to you. It is quite unfortunate for me. I actually wouldn't speak about the past of Mr. Tinubu or whatever he did in Lagos. He did. What I'm going to be talking about is the reality that Nigerians have been, have been put into. It is quite unfortunate that people looking at what is actually happening in Nigeria currently, whereby average Nigerians have been pushed more further into poverty, and every day you go online, you see that one tax or the other has been added to the burden of Nigerians, but you will still see average Nigerians, maybe because they are paid or something, come here to defend this government, and then I continue to ask until when are we going to start seeing the effect of all those positive reform that they say that this government is actually implementing? When they will continue to tell us that it's right now. Went to visit. Hello, sir.
Yeah, George, just a minute. Just allow this guy finish his commission. I'll come back to you, please.
When went to visit the president, I think that was in the mid 2023, and then he was asked, when is he going to assess this? He came publicly.
Yeah, George, can you hear me?
He came publicly and told everybody and told Nigerians that after 1 year he's going to assess this government. It is getting to 2 years now. We have not heard from Wensoyika. That is to show you that the insincerity in some of these people that we used to look up to, people that actually stood against the former that's in the 2014-2015 administration. They actually stood against that government and said a whole lot of stuff about that government. Eventually, the government was actually pushed out of power. But currently, most of them cannot even speak. Questions, they can't even speak. And then if you try to ask questions, they will tell you are being tribal and all that. Like, what I continue to ask, since this government came into power, what at all has they actually contributed to the improvement of the average Nigerians? If you ask questions, they will tell you Coastal Road. Anybody can actually construct road. Anybody can actually increase taxation. Like anybody can go and collect that. But we are talking about a leader somebody that can actually show sympathy. A leader that for God's sake, every day you wake up in this country, somebody is being by or the other, and then you don't even hear anything from the presidency. You don't see some kind of concern from the presidency. It is in this administration that we start hearing who your local government chairperson accountable whilst we elected a president. When we want to ask questions, what is going on? These people will come and tell us to hold our local government accountable. Local government that they themselves know that they are not even independent as of now. A local government chairman cannot even implement a policy that he wants to implement if he does not get the approval from the governor vis-a-vis from the presidency. These are the people that they will continue to like the insincerity in this government is becoming too obvious. It's becoming too obvious, and Nigerians need to rise up. What they are trying to do now is that they will want to coerce everybody. Coerce, if you don't support this government, they want to coerce everybody. Look at Osun State. Since February, this government has not actually released their local money for them since February. Please, like that. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, let me actually, calm down and maybe try to assess this government and see that, okay, they are, but you can't see any sector, you can't really see any.
All right, Vin Paul, please, in a minute, please.
Yeah, you can't really see any sector that every day prices of things have been increased. Every day prices of things have been increased. But you don't see any explanations from the government. You don't see there is so much rascality. Things are not, anybody in this government can come out and do whatever you want. The president does not care. The last time they were asking the chief of the army commander of how you tackle security, he is telling Nigerians that we should go and learn Taekwondo, that we should go and learn Tai Chi. Which country allow these kind of things? Please, Nigeria,
all right.
It's okay for now. Thank you.
My man, Odogu, welcome, my brother. Thank you. It's my brother is tiring, it's what when you hear these things, it's crazy. Omo George, my brother, let me bring you back. But thank you so much, Vin Paul. Omo George, you said something now that you blew a very heavy lie, my brother. See me for this my platform. One thing I know they allow make you fly in a lie. You blow one very heavy lie where I come here. You say, so let me even read that this thing you posted. You said, a quick Google check said in 2000, 700,000 students wrote the high school final exams. Omo George, is that what you wrote?
Yes.
So 700,000 students in Lagos.
Yes, that was what Google showed me.
No, my brother. Google did not show you that. Google said 726,000 candidates in Nigeria. How, if Lagos gets 700,000 candidates, how many schools in Lagos?
Hold on.
$726,315 candidates in Nigeria took the exams in 2000. If only Lagos 700,000 WAEC exams, that one that is more students than Tinubu get for all his votes for Lagos now. If Tinubu pay for 7, even the student know when they shout now say they don't give. What is 300,000 people they don't say they don't give. If Tinubu give 700,000 people, 700,000 people WAEC money, you don't know do you know the kind of number? If Tinubu hear 700,000 people, he go pay WAEC except you go save them close down school. You go close their education. You go close their education. You go say what? Ah, my goodness. I beg, look at the pity also, my APC people, I beg. Look at the pity also, I beg. Omo George, when you confirm it, you come back, eh? But let me bring you my brother Big TX. Big TX, good evening. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Vin Paul is in Ghana, actually. I think he's in a... Omo George, have you confirmed it?
Can you hear me?
Okay, no, sorry, Big TX. Let me come to Omo George now. I'll come to you. Omo George, have you confirmed that it's 700,000 across the whole country? Omo George, are you there? Okay, you're fact checking it. Nah, I know they give Lamba now. I tell you they give Lamba. That's why I tell you, hey, take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. Oh, yeah, let me bring in Big TX now. Then probably when you're ready, when you've done fact checking, you come back.
Okay, so good job. Appreciate you.
It's been a while, sir. Welcome, sir.
Appreciate the TikTok live. So here's the thing. So I shared this in my previous post that I put out. I guess I put it out on Twitter. I also put it out on all of my social media platforms, actually, not just on Twitter. And I highlighted that there are videos making rounds, a bunch of videos actually, of people complaining all across the country that their properties are being taken over, their lands are being taken over. And you have situations where ancestral lands belonging to communities all across Nigeria have been taken over. And I was wondering, I was going back to check, why are foreign countries coming into Nigeria to take over entire communities, take over entire local governments all across the country. To the extent that you even have, the bandits and terrorists actually imposing illegal taxes on citizens that belong to sovereign country. I mean, it's never been heard of before. I don't care what country you belong to. There's no way, just like you're in the US, and you have a foreign entity come and impose taxes on the people that live in Texas. And the government knows about this. And the people in Washington, the president of the Trump knows about this. How do you think the people in Texas paying taxes to the US government, they're paying taxes to just a bunch of foreign guys that just, set up shop in Texas? How could you imagine that kind of thing happening? But it's happening right now, as we speak, in Nigeria, in several parts of Nigeria, especially in Kwara State. They're setting up camps. So you're thinking, why is it that the government is actually approving and endorsing this practice, this legal taxation? And the only thing you can think about is that they have actually collateralized these properties in their attempt to collect to collect loan from foreign countries. And if they are collecting loans from what happened? Well, guess what? They have exhausted their credit facilities or the loan ability to collect loans from IMF and World Bank, because IMF and World Bank, before you collect loan, they don't have to require collateral, but they require you to impose very harsh taxes on your citizens. They require you to remove subsidies, from fuel and other things that gives protection to your citizens. Because subsidy, the way people understand, subsidy is just a protection. It's a protection because, think of it as, and I talked about this on the previous piece, think about this. If without the ozone layer covering the earth, there's no remedy that would have needed to exist on Earth, because all the solar radiations from the sun, the extreme weather conditions would have been frying people up and down. But because you have ozone layer, it absorbs all that radiation and makes it impossible or makes it comfortable for people to live on Earth. That is how subsidy is. Subsidy, real subsidy. The crude oil market, international market, is so volatile, it can move up and down. And that movement, that volatility can influence the price of fuel in Nigeria. But because countries do not want to subject their citizens to the volatility of the fuel of the global crude oil price, because it is influenced by Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia. So you don't want your citizens to be at the mercy of Russia, Saudi Arabia, and China. So you protect them, you give them a shock absorber by providing the subsidy. That's the reason why you have countries, majority of countries that will have subsidies in place. But because our criminal leaders need to get loans from IMF and World Bank, the World Bank said, before I give you loan, you have to take away subsidy. And that's why they take away subsidies, to remove that protection from citizens. And now citizens are facing the harsh consequence. If they remove it, it's questionable. And of course, they have to float the naira, because that is what the IMF require them to do. IMF is predatory. The World Bank and IMF don't care about blacks or Africans. If your leaders are stupid enough to want to beg for loan, then they will make sure that they put in place, before we give you that loan, you have to do these measures. Impose huge taxes, take away the subsidy, and float your naira. So when you see them making those kind of decisions, they're not making decisions based on the betterment of Nigerians, They're making sure based on the demons that are imposing these things on them because they came to beg for loans, and those guys have to impose these things for them to punish their citizens. But here is the problem. The problem is that when he decided that a subsidy is gone, you ask yourself, for 250 million population of Nigerians, how many people did he speak with? Even when you run companies, you have to go through a process of policy formulation before you go to policy implementation. If this guy had done any amount of policy formulation while he discussed with the stakeholders, he would have known that single decision have the potential to wipe out up to 800 Nigerian manufacturing companies. That is what this decision he made, the subsidy and all this stupid thing he made. He wiped off within 6 months. 800 manufacturing Nigerian companies disappeared, went out of business.
All right, big tears. Let me give you extra 3 minutes because you're making sense, but go on. Please, just let's be time conscious here.
Almost 400 companies went into bankruptcy. And then more than 15 multinational, including GSK, including Equinor, Shell, Unilever, companies that have been in Nigeria for more than 51 years, were had to leave Nigeria. So you wonder, you ask yourself, if you felt it was a good policy, you don't take away, you don't subtract, you add. So if you're adding, you can't be making policies that will take away jobs, take away tax revenue, take away all these opportunities from Nigerians. And of course, the landmark. So the question I'm asking is this: what is this guy? Why is he lying? Well, he's not lying, and I made a post about it today. He's actually saying now, to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but he doesn't have it upstairs. He's lost it. He's old. It comes with old age. When you say now, when you lack the ability, we have depreciated cognitive ability, we have depreciated motor skills. You say some things and you do things that old folks do. Our grandparents do. They do it when they're 80 years old in the village. So I mean, I have a lot to say, but that's just what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I think I will not even. Well, I can understand the scenario part. I would say it's actually acting a script. It's actually acting a script, like you rightly said, of the international bodies, because you don't go to borrow money from IMF and you expect IMF to just give you. It comes with conditions, and the conditions is to make sure that Nigerians are dependent on IMF, dependent on the World Bank. We can never be self-reliant as a country. It's important we keep borrowing, we keep collecting money from these people, and the more we collect money from them, the more they give anti-people policies. Because the more you make Nigeria harder for the people, the more the people complain, the more the economy get bad, the more the politicians steal, the more you need to come back for more money, and the circle goes on and on and on and on. That is the M1. Tinubu is a willing candidate for the international bodies to be able to perpetrate their agenda, whatever the agenda is for Africa and for Nigeria. He's a willing candidate. But let me bring back my brother Omo George. Meanwhile, guys, please, if you're listening to us on X, repost the live. Let's repost the live. And also, guys, on TikTok, what's happening? We need to get to 100K likes real quick. Get busy with your fingers. Let's power tap the live. The more we power tap, the better for us on the platform today. Let me bring it. Omo George, have you fact-checked yourself and see that you were giving us probably a false number like INEC?
From that thing, you could easily see that was an omission where probably I misquoted. The number you gave, I said a quick fact check because I needed to build something on.
You did not read it well. You did not read it well. I know. It was not intentional. I know. You're not giving us. You're not acting like Tinubu. No, I honestly know it was an error. If it was Tinubu that said it, I know it's an Alamba. But I know it's an error. But go on.
This guy is a good guy. You people don't just want to do it. You guys are just behaving like children that its father, but later in life you love father. You think your mom is the best, but that is good. So that is just what they are doing. You're laughing, but I'm serious. Who is doing a good job? You don't just want to believe. You see, a friend of mine was telling me, 5% taxes on petroleum. I'm like, okay. I just snapped the gas price I just bought, 25% VAT. He was like, what? I said, yes, welcome to reality.
Hey, Omo George. You know what they pay me pass with you, eh? No, Venele, wait now. Oh, Venele, you just come in, your blog, they just hot. Mute now. Your blog, they just hot. Don't worry. You, that cook way one cook, I will give you time, you go cook. Just hold on for Bele first. Hold on for Bele. Hey, Omo George, thank you so much. You want to compare the VAT where you are, probably you're in America or in Europe. You want to compare the VAT with Nigeria?
Why? And is government, is there any place government doesn't need revenue? You see, when people want to do politicians they talk like socialists, but they govern like capitalists. That is what politicians do. So when you are doing your own stuff, you can say, I told you earlier that we are like two con men that understands the game. Some of us, we do understand this politics. You campaign as a socialist. You tell them you are going to give them everything for free. But you and everybody knows that money doesn't come free from anywhere. And the process of generating revenue is tough. Even the same way in our individual lives. So when people say government is taking taxes, how do you want those revenues to be generated? Look at what is when we're producing less than 2 million per barrel and we are having over 200 million people. If you do that little math, putting into consideration that the cost of extraction and refining is almost half of the cost of a barrel. So how much do we really have? That brings about that argument of, are we a poor nation or are we rich? Countries like Canada, countries like Germany that has this technology that breeds machines, they still fund their budget to the tune of almost 30% from taxpayers' money. We have to pay. That is just the truth. We have to pay. Otherwise, we are going to remain in the Stone Age, and our children will be really left behind. I hope the promise of Adolf Hitler will not eventually come to us, by using us as a manure feed. Because if we don't want to pay our way out of poverty, we will be left behind by the world. Almost everywhere in the world, people pay to develop their country. So that is the fact about, that is the way I see it. And during the earlier presentation, you said something, Sirdam. You said...
No, sir, I was not even timing you, sir. Let me start your time. Let me give you 4 minutes, please. Go on. You've been speaking for about 30 minutes, but let me give you extra 4 minutes. Because what you say, they bust my brain.
Let me wrap it up quick. You said the community or the society does part of the job in the upbringing of the child. Yes, and you happily condemned the Lagos environment, which you're right to do. However, people don't argue with results. That horrible society you said is built is where everybody is gravitating to.
Why?
Horrible society you claim. Why?
Why?
Because the tolerance level of those people. That's one factor people take for granted.
There's my brother. There is nothing like tolerance factor in Lagos. People going to Lagos. People are going to Lagos because of this where Lagos is situated, and due to the fact that Lagos have an unfair advantage over other regions in Nigeria.
According to the federal government, Lagos is no man's land. If I don't go there, federal government will have issues with me.
Belele, I beg. No, I don't want. I don't. No. When you come, when you speak. When you don't want to speak, you tell him why you're going to Lagos. I just have to put it out there. People are going to Lagos because, Omo George. How many functional seaports do we have in Nigeria?
I want to ask one question.
No, answer my question first before you ask me any question.
You said how many?
How many functional seaports do we have in Nigeria?
I think on Calabar.
I said functional. I did not say seaports. I said functional seaports.
I'm counting it.
What can you bring in through Calabar?
Like on that is dedicated. I think it's dedicated to movement of crude. Is it not functional?
There are specific things. There are specific things that ONE can export and import. Very, very specific when it comes to crude installations. It is not functional. It is functional. It is. Why is it only crude? Why can't ONE be allowed to bring in goods?
No, people take to see. This is the issue. You see, as much as
if you talk now, my friend that is in Japan, that is an importer, will come. I don't want him to request the mic. He will just come up here and finish you because in Japan he has done this importation tire. We have had this back and forth on this platform. There are things you cannot import to Nigeria through ONE. It's not. It must come to Lagos. It must come to Lagos.
You see, this is the issue now. This is the issue. The functionality, he said, is a different thing than probably being specific. A country can, like 50 kilometers from where I am right now, there is a port there that is dedicated to just LNG. So it is called a nation. Some places will be, like this is what you guys will be doing. We are all like different component parts of a car, all working together. So that is the way I see nation building.
All right. Let me.
Back to what I was saying. Can I go?
Okay, wrap up.
You took my time. You see.
Yeah, I'll give you a short 1 minute. Go on.
Okay. The same Lagos you condemned in the whole totality is the same place people are finding safety. Those other sweet society you are talking about cannot even control themselves. People are gravitating to that place that has remained relatively safe. Are you saying if it's about commerce alone, why is it that me and you are not in Iraq? Because they have more oil or Iran? It's not about that. Sometimes security of your life also comes in place. So that is one of the reasons you have someone like me. You are insulting my beautiful Lagos, and I'm still laughing with you. We are accommodating. Anyways.
Oh my goodness! All right, thank you very much, my brother. Let me help you.
It's always nice talking to you.
Same here, my brother. Same here. You see, Lagos is not accommodating. Lagos, in fact, Lagos used to be accommodating until Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power. As Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power, that cosmopolitan nature of true Lagosians. In fact, I'm saying the true Lagosians are very, very, very lovely people. They're accommodative in nature. The true Lagosians, not the imposters that came from other places and are claiming Lagos. Tinubu is not from Lagos. In fact, since Tinubu, I think it's only Ambode there's a Lagosian that have been a Lagos governor. Sanwo-Olu is not from Lagos. We can both agree on this. So the true Lagosians are accommodative in nature. The imposters are the ones that are crying and claiming Lagos and forming like Lagos is heaven and earth. But the truth of the matter that why people are relocating to Lagos is because as we are speaking, Tinubu has allocated this, I think it's just this year or so, 4 trillion naira. 4 trillion naira just to Lagos. And he has for different projects. And he's allocating 190 something billion, not up to 1%, not up to 10% of what he's giving Lagos. He is giving to a whole region. That is why people have to go to Lagos. Lagos have a special status in the country. It's nothing spectacular. If all my importations are coming in through Lagos, that is why I should be in Lagos. Because I have to clear my goods. It's not because Lagos is accommodating to me. A state that the only state whereby if you go and vote, if you don't vote for a certain person, you might end up being unalived. Is that what you call accommodating? Name one state in Nigeria. You heard they went to vote, and they're looking at you and say, this one now Omoebo. It look like this, it look like that. Even our Yoruba brothers were beaten up. Because they were looking fresh. They went to vote. So don't call Lagos accommodating. That Tinubu have turned Lagos to a chaotic society.
Do you want me to send you videos of what LP did to people that voted APC in the year?
My brother, that is propaganda. Bring it. Bring the video. That is a fallacy of hell. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a very, very, very big lie, my brother. That is APC. That video go before Lagos. They don't say plus AI now. They do it for Lagos. Can't change the video. Come. I know they you see. I know they do live for here. Which state? Which LP state? Which state? For where? For which state? For where? For where? For where now? For where? For my brother, you don't need to beat anybody in any part of the Southeast for Tinubu. Nobody. See, bro. If there's one thing you give about the Southeasterners is that Southeasterners they don't vote bad markets. Southeasterners have never voted bad markets. They rejected Buhari in their numbers. They rejected Tinubu in their numbers because they know bad markets. These people are business people. They know bad markets. Tinubu is bad market. So they know who they want beat. How many people want vote Tinubu with their common sense first? No, anybody that see Tinubu knows that Tinubu is coming bad market. Why you won't go vote him? It's the truth. So it's not anybody every day say they beat. Who you want beat? How many vote Tinubu won't get for Southeast? My brother, a propaganda video, trust me. But no one, I'll send them to me. I go see. Let's let's move on the conversation. But stay with me, my brother. If you want to join in, stay with me. Critical thinker. Then I'll come to you, Velele, my brother. Critical, how you doing now? Good evening, bro.
How you doing, my bros? How you doing? How you side?
Man, we thank God, man.
We thank God. See, first of all, the last speaker that came, I like us to at least establish one thing. When we are coming on platforms where people from across the board, whether you're APC, PDP, Labour, ADC, let us establish one thing. Let us speak the truth when we're talking. My dear, the previous speaker, Omar George, there are a lot of things you said that are incorrect. And I'll tell you why. Now, you said Tinubu has done a lot. Let me just start off from one angle. Transportation. No? Now, Tinubu, I'm not even talking about what I was talking about his tenure as governor of Lagos State. If you look at Senegal established a modern train system. It's not up to half of what we spent in Lagos. They did it across the whole country. Ethiopia did the same thing. Morocco did the same thing.
Facts.
Now, what is Lagos? Lagos is an island, so it means surrounded by water. Why is it that Lagos does not have a ferry system, a functioning ferry system? Isn't it Tinubu that made the sun, the air, the moon, and the stars? Why couldn't she do that? Because when APC come, Tinubu built Lagos. Lagos did not exist and nothing happened before Tinubu became governor of Lagos. So that's the first thing. The other thing is education. And Sirdam, the good thing is you have always touched on this time and time again. The way education has been eroded in our country, it is very troubling. It is very troubling. We are a country where there are certain parts of the Southwest, for people that don't know it, there are parts of Ekiti State or Osun State. These are places in the Southwest where people that used to do WAEC used to excel. These people are very intelligent people. Ask anybody, Ekiti State or Osun State. The people there are saying now, school, why should we go to school? Because why? The government of the day, Tinubu, has glamorized for lack of a better word.
Is it me?
In Nigeria, from Lagos State as far back to almost Calabar, is a coastal line. Any of those states can be seaports. The madness and the desire to make Lagos the only place where all valuables must come to is detrimental to Lagos. If you go to Apapa Port or Apapa and its axis, the roads are terrible.
Facts.
Trucks and lorries block that road. Do you know how many people have died because of those trolleys? That's why I said the first thing, transportation. Some of these goods, if you have a proper transport system, in advanced countries, not all the goods are sent by road. Some of the goods are sent by train. Some of the roads can be sent by sea or by water. But no, we have this fixation of everything must go by land. For me, Tinubu's government has been an abject failure. They have been totally miserable. Their score is 0.5 out of 1 million because they have not done anything. All he does is audio government, and Nigerians, we need to wake up and smell the coffee. He cannot give what he doesn't have. The sooner we realize it, the better for us. I think my time is running up, so I won't say anymore. Thank you so much to all the audience. Let us continue having a conversation based on truth, not lies or fallacy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Please, am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, because my Wi-Fi crashed. I had to just switch on. But thank you, guys. All right, let's just move on. Also, I just want to add to what you said, which is very, very, very important. When you were speaking about how much all these other nations tax their people, you forget the fact that these other nations have already provided for their people basic amenities. Let me read a tweet from the man many of you people hate. His tweet in 2021. So it's not about Bola Ahmed Tinubu now. 2021. And he said this: taxation is an investment. We have 90 million Nigerians who are not doing anything. The government first has to invest. How? By putting money in SMEs, in a bank, by putting money in SMEs, that's small and medium enterprises. In a bank, you cannot withdraw without paying in. Nigeria needs to invest in its people, after which they will pay back via taxes. So taxing the people is not a bad thing. But before you want to tax a people, you should have made sure that you have created wealth for the people so that you can be able to tax them. Not whereby you have reduced the purchasing power of the people. You have slowed down the economy. These are Tinubu's words. Increase the tax bracket, reduce the purchasing power of the people, and slow down the economy. You have successfully slowed down the economy, reduce the purchasing power of the people, and you now want to tax them. You are about to unalive so many souls in the country. So this is Peter Obi's tweet in 2021. It's not about Tinubu. In 2021, show you how consistent a man has been, explaining that taxes is like, you don't, it's just like them say, Saddam, I don't open an account for GTB. I don't go withdraw money. How you want to withdraw money when you don't pay inside the account? You have to pay into the people, then the people will be able to give you money. The same thing Alex Oti did in Abia State. As he came in, any sensible government, let me tell you how business thrives in a society. When you come in as a government, you create policies and create a tax-friendly environment for the businesses to thrive. Like a country like Nigeria that do not have electricity. You want a company to come and invest in Nigeria, they're going to put their electricity. They will probably work on their roads. They'll probably fix their borehole, fix their security. You have to create tax-free benefits for all these companies. Then they will come in. And when they spend probably 2, 3, 4 years of recuperating their funds and everything, you cannot start taxing them. Not you now put all these tax restrictions. The moment Tinubu taxes passes in 2026, not one company will come to Nigeria. And it's not because they don't want to invest in Nigeria. There's no purchasing power. You have carried tax regulations and full everywhere. Who wants to come and invest in a country that the people cannot buy? Nobody will come in. But let me pass the mic. George, I'll come back to you. Don't no vex. And forgetting that also that we have so many mineral resources. We are richer than Germany. This Germany you're talking about, we are richer than Germany 100 times. Where God don't bless us. Germany get diamonds. Germany get gold. Germany get tantalite. Germany get lithium. Germany get oil. Germany get gas. Germany get beryllium. I can name 30 resources that Germany don't have. 30 mineral resources in abundance. Where Germany don't get what we get. In abundance underneath our soil. But a few people, they chop that money. Then you now want to tax the majority. We don't see something to chop. Whoever they advise Tinubu, now from hellfire. Velele, come into the conversation. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you. So see, to be honest, man, I've been telling these people, man, once I just get a break from work, man, I'm going to be camping on this thing because I think these things are coordinated, Saddam. I think they assign people to people. There are people who have been assigned to go on spaces on Twitter. There are people who have been assigned to go on spaces on TikTok to just be defending absolute nonsense because they know there is a lack of information in certain areas. Like, are people still bringing up arguments that have expired to talk about in 2025? Somebody is still saying, I snapped the price of egg in the store and it was so and so pounds. I snapped the meter and it was so, like, bro, what are we talking about here? Nobody is saying you should not collect taxes. But bro, in front of me, the Senate has come out to say we do not approve this billion naira jet you went and bought. That was money that would come from taxes. You are a waster of money. Like you literally take money in a pocket and throw it away. All the France you've been going to, who send you? The number of times you go to France, I cannot count it with one hand. Think about that. What do you go for? Nobody knows. Like there are some arguments. See, I've told people, right, that this defending of Tinubu something, you cannot do it in real life, right? Because people will just mob you. You can't do it in real life in Nigeria right now. Like, you can't come outside and say something stupid. You can't stand outside and say something like, the sky is red when the sky is black. Two things will happen. Either people will mob you, or people will just ignore you that you're a madman. That's what will happen. You can only do it on, like, Twitter and maybe other places where you can stay in the comfort of your home overseas or whatever it is, and just be revising history. I mean, the people that I pity the most, right, are the people who don't have an opportunity to see what the truth is. right? They will sit down and the government will just be like drowning them in lies. And when the government drowns them in lies, what happens next? The government will release their minions on social media spaces to come and regurgitate those lies and revise those lies and revise history and retell things from what they are not. Like to be honest, when I speak sometimes, man, I get. Anyway, let me leave that. I want to talk about a few things, right? I want to talk about a few things. Nobody, right? Nobody should open their mouth and try and compare Nigeria with overseas, because the problem with comparing them on the things that are bad is that you never ever near the things that are good. Dele Momodu came out today to say that Nigeria is under a I think leave for his words. They didn't call it a but it was something about tyranny. I'll look for the words. He also came out to say that Tinubu has held Lagos by the jugular. How do you describe somebody like that in a democracy? I keep telling people, hey, guys, just bring out one thing this guy is good at. One thing, that's all I'm saying. It's not even the taking the taxes, because he wastes the taxes. So he's bad at taking the taxi. There's literally a headline that read, despite economic hardship, Tinubu budgets 1.5 billion with a B to buy cars for Remi Tinubu's office. That is unconstitutional. Guys, are we mad people? You want to take tax? Oh yeah. Like, it is in this country that the president is in on travel, delegate list long. We'll greet you at the airport, we'll fly there and go and receive you. You are saying you are speaking to people there, you are speaking to the same, like all this money is taxpayers' money that is going out. And then I heard the most recent one. The most recent one I heard was everybody campaigns like they are communists, and then when they reach there, they are capitalists. Like, bro, compare yourself to yourself. Like, compare yourself to yourself. Because some people, when they were in government, right, transparent government, you could see it clearly. When they left, no touch pension. Some other people, when they were there, you see the alphabet where allegation upon allegation, and then before you know it, the court that contains the papers done born. Then out of court settlement, then it's like everything. Just go and search alphabet plus TV if you think people are joking, and go and read. Are we joking here? Because evidence they vanish and US courts don't want to release records. You think people are stupid people? You think if you're employing somebody and that person, it's like you look into his case file, it's like, bro, you and heroin in Chicago were friends. Wow. Embezzling money, alphabet, wow. You will still employ that person. Like, come on now. Let's be fair to ourselves. If you're employing somebody, once those red card flags come up, you could just say, may my hand not touch this one. May my hand not touch this one. So let's not be disingenuous people, man. It's not fair to people who actually think through things. It's not fair. Do you know that people entered, right? Set up the alphabet or something that up to today nobody really knows what they saw, because somehow alphabet was mentioned inside the legislative law. That's the hand working that was happening. I'm not telling you, Lamba, man, the receipts are there. I don't know how to put receipts on Twitter. Me, I'm a receipt person. I have a folder with Tinubu's receipt. I'm going to put down for you. I don't joke. So, then when this guy was leaving office, did you see the pension Tinubu set up for himself? Did you see that? Did you see? If I've not seen the pension, like, this pension was not there before he came. No, he was about to go. He was like, bro. That's how the pension came out. So, like I said, don't judge, don't do that mistake of judging other people by like yourself. It's not fair to them, man. It's not fair to them. It's not everybody that if you type their surname and heroin inside Google, you will bring out the record. You will say something like the US is blocking the records of someone's drug dealings. It's not everybody that's like that. It's not everybody that if you type educational records on Google, you will bring out something that looks like whoever you are begging the US not to bring out your record because you don't know what it is. It's not everybody that if you type the employment record on Google, you see something like Deloitte says, we don't know who this fuck guy is, man. Sorry, my friend. Where did you get him from? It's not everybody that's like that. So stop comparing yourself to others. It's not everybody that will, in the midst of hardship, go and buy the 150. Here's the thing, right? I'm going to say 150 billion, but I'm actually wrong. Because nobody knows how much that jet will cost. That's the level of insult. Nobody knows how much that jet cost. It was your taxpayers' money. You don't know how much it was. What's his name? I forgot. The senator came on news and said, we don't even know who approved it. Like, bro, you want to take taxes, look at your track record. You have a track record for wasting money. The F-13 to even have a yacht in the supplementary budget or whatever budget is the F-13. I know they'll come out and say he did not buy it. But bro, the F-13
forgotten that if your father share property, give all of una, and your first son carry him the misuse, you go stone him. Is he spending his money before election? He does not need your money. Now it's my money. He's using to travel to France, to this, to that, in a luxurious jet. Like saying they use my money, they fill in bucket list. Thunder will fire people for this place. Thunder would actually fire because I don't understand. This guy removes something in the worstest way possible. If there's anything like that, like you cannot remove something worse than Tinubu did. It's impossible. It's like the most worst way. That's like guys. Hey, like I said, man, people that I want to revise history, they should go ahead and do that. But you know, don't do it everywhere. It's not fair, man. Consider people's intelligence, man. It's not.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wonderful submission. You know, when you look at the waste that have happened in Nigeria just this space of 2 years, the waste is wasting. Waste now water. Waste.
These are the ones that you are seeing. These are the ones that are coming out in the news.
Exactly.
Imagine the ones you are not seeing. You go on cry, blood will come out. This is a government that is as opaque as anything. $13 trillion has been at 13 million, 15 trillion is awarded to Shakuri. No open bidding. Guys, are we mad people?
17 trillion. 17 trillion. That is the biggest project in the history of Nigeria. 17 trillion. 17 trillion worth of projects. You give out the biggest project in the history of Nigeria. You award that project without no bidding.
It's not just fair, man. It's not fair. Here's my thing. My thing though is like, if you're a sinner and you are sinning, just keep sinning. Don't come and try and revise history so that we'll remember your sins as salvation. Guys, come on, what is going on now?
And one of the things that is really catching my head is that many of our APC brothers and sisters fail to understand is that power is transient. The precedent of looting Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his gang is setting today. The precedents are setting today. If somebody comes out tomorrow and do worse than it, you guys cannot say anything because you guys enabled it. Imagine whereby the biggest project in the history of Nigeria, Tinubu enter without due process, without no bidding, without nothing, just awarded the contract to his godfather. 17 trillion.
Swiss reports, international news, road slick. I can't put receipts on TikTok. International news media literally said awarded it to his ally.
Now the guy will get Eco Atlantic.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that international news media wrote it like that. People don't understand the ramifications. You are going abroad. I'm a Nigerian. I'm looking at you. I'm thinking to yourself, you are coming from the worst shitholes of shitholes that exist. Your president does anyhow he likes. He's collecting taxes so that he can then award another contract. Do you know, in addition to awarding,
he still awarded the guy Seaport also and Tinkan Port.
That's what I'm saying. It's the F13, man. The F13. What is going on?
How many? That one, I think that one, how many? That one, I think that's 750 something billion. Find the receipt, please. Maybe if you enter trillion, say, find that receipt, please, for me. You gave this contract to your ally, all in Lagos. That's why Lagos, look at the amount of money going to Lagos now. That's why I said they remove in their list. They said excluding, they say they put how much is going to Southwest, excluding Lagos.
Lagos has been awarded close to 4 trillion naira worth of contracts. Tinubu won the bunker. But Tinubu come right, you say the Southwest has received 600 billion, excluding Lagos. Well, like we're asking you one question, you're answering another question. Like, do you think the stupidity that is worrying us? That's the question. Like, bro, we are talking about Lagos. You now come and talk about Southwest, excluding Lagos. The same Southwest that you normally count as Lagos. What is going on?
So Lagos is no longer in the South. According to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, post-election, Lagos is a no man's land. During election, it's my Lagos, not your Lagos. Kai! For the port?
And make I see the report. Bola Tinubu awards another 1.1 trillion Lagos port project to convicted money
money launderer, long-time ally, Gilbert
Shaguri.
Gazette. Yeah, that's it.
That man is, in case for those that don't know who that man is, for those that are new here, don't understand who that man is actually the man that was Abacha's #1 money launderer. All Abacha funds that they were laundering was through this same man. He's the man that owns Eco Atlantic, Eco Hotels, that owns like 60% of all the land in Eco on the island. The Lebanese man. The man that was funding even Hillary Clinton's campaign. He's the man that lives in France. He's the owner of high tech. This one's the money they count. This one is money in our water. Now let me read money in our water. Now Tinubu Godfather be that. Now Tinubu carried the biggest contract in the history of Nigeria. 17 trillion. That money will fix all the bad roads in Nigeria.
You know what annoys me, right? What annoys me is that people don't understand what it means to not publicly bid out a contract. You don't understand. Like if you work in corporate sector, you go
100K, guys, 100K.
Your mind will really do. You know what it means? It means like this guy just give you number, you carry and give up. Because what bidding does for you is that bidding allows you to get the best price. That's what bidding does.
Yes, now.
This guy literally just said, Oga, now at 15,300 I will use this thing, or give me a give out to her. Because what bidding does is people go bid from everywhere, then the price will come down. That means you are wasting money in the most wasteful way possible. In the most wasteful way possible. Guys, come on now. Explain to me now. Explain. How do you explain this one? And here's the thing, right? Here's what I advise people. As people are talking, open up your laptop, type high-tech.tinubu.tinubu. These stuff are not made up stuff. Type in Google and see what people are saying about your country.
Our country, we are currently experiencing a dictatorial regime marked in democracy. We are currently experiencing a monarchy system of governance marked in democracy. It is.
Because what they say, you know, I've been friends with Tinubu for so long, but I have to tell him the truth. You cannot hold Nigeria by the chokehold like you held Lagos by the chokehold. Make I find out, because at some point you have to recognize that this is not democracy, guy.
We're not with that have always been my argument. My argument is not even the fact that Bola Tinubu will come and go. Like every other politician, they come and go. Bola Tinubu have proven over time from his track record that he's a politician that does not come and go. He comes and stays. And that's why I call him a stage 4 cancer. He's a stage 4 cancer that when he comes and stays, it takes only the grace of God and discipline her lifestyle for you to probably survive it. And that's how he has successfully kidnapped the power structure in Lagos. That till he is gone, till the day he takes his last breath, he will continue to decide who will be the next governor of Lagos. And if only this man would serve out his time as president of Nigeria and go, I will honestly say, okay, Nigeria has no wahala. Make we foolishly, stupidly allow him do 8 years. Make we suffer for that 8 years. But Bola Tinubu will not serve 8 years and go. Bola Tinubu will make sure that the next, in fact, if he does not, he will even go for third term. That third term where Obasanjo do, where he not survive, he go for him. And he go survive. And why? Because we have a very stupid set of people in the Senate. Senate people that when he enters the Senate house, I'm coming. Very important, make this point. Senate people that when he enters the Senate house, they will be singing on your mandate, we shall stand. A Senate president that is a nincompoop. Nothing is in that man's stomach than Tinubu praise. Same to the House of Rep. We don't have independence in the legislative arm of government or the judiciary. So what is going to stop a Bola Tinubu from saying he wants a third term? And he has a willful number of slave supporters that will, in their hunger in their penury, we say, go for top 10. You deserve it. And then a set of vuvuzelas in diaspora that probably by that time they'll be sending €1 will be probably 6,000 naira. If they send €1 back, €5 back home, now big money, they will say, go for top 10. Jagaban, say Kaji. We will see this thing play out in real time. Because you might be saying, Saddam is exaggerating. God asked me in my platform 2 years ago, we were telling people, dollar we get to 1.5. Dollar we get, when it was like 500, we were telling them, people say, they're possible. Fuel we get to 1,000. It happened. With APC, there is no depth they cannot go to. They will sink. There is no low for APC. If you think that is the lowest level we have found ourselves as a country, you're just joking. We will keep sinking lower because APCs are on an agenda to make sure that Nigeria never works. But then let me allow you the minister. I can bring in other speakers.
Yeah. So let me just, there's something I've been saying, and it actually came to me because I know many people don't think about their country, but I think about mine a lot. And I was looking through Chaos on Saturday, and something occurred to me, right? The APC does not want you to forgive their sins. The APC does not want you to forget their sins. No. The APC wants you to remember their sins and all the crimes they've committed against you, right? They want you to remember it in the opposite as goodness. Let me say that again. The APC does not want you to forget their sins or forgive their sins. No. They want to revise history so that when you remember them, you remember the evil they did as good. That is why somebody will come and revise the worst way to remove subsidy as the best thing that has ever happened to you. That's why somebody will come and revise the lies that have been told against the Nigerian image. Japan will give us this. UAE has done that. Revise those lies as something that is good. That's why somebody will try to revise wasting your money on a luxurious jet when you are in hunger. Wasting money on offices that are not even constitutional when you are in hunger. Somebody will try to revise that one or the other. I say it again. The APC does not want your forgiveness. The APC does not want you to forget it. No. They want you to remember the wrong thing as the correct thing. Let me read a few quotes. This is Emir Sirdam, right? After Tinubu wrote that tweet and deleted it, right? Somebody wrote, he said, it's really embarrassing to see this lying post deleted, Tinubu. The handler should be fired. In fact, all of your 10 media aides, one man has 10 media aides. Pay attention, people, pay attention. Should be fired and replaced with one Tolu. A simple typo shouldn't come from the president's official handle, let alone an influence for flies. I've forgotten who he is. He came and put that post and he said, that post was a true own goal. Whoever manages the president's account needs to be sanctioned. The people deserve the truth and nothing but the truth at all times from the presidency. I think, pay attention, I think it wasn't just a mistake. It had to be a deliberate attempt to distort reality. Nigerian people, you need to be paying very close attention. Then Momodu wrote, I think that was yesterday, September 2nd. He said, I have been very close to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in over 32 years. We became closer in exile, 1995 to 1998, blah, 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 blah. At some point, he came and wrote, but a true friend should be able to tell him that he cannot hold Nigeria by the jugular like he did in Lagos. Full stop. He should send his achievements to deserve a second term and not by use of direct and subterranean federal might. It is that simple. I think they attacked him, right? This is Dele Modu. And then yesterday, today, he now wrote, my God. Finally, the praise singers who are crying louder than they believe today said unprintable things about the president in recent past. Like I said, I cannot put receipts on this app. That's why I'm offended. I would have brought for you the receipts of what all the people that are praising Tinubu today were saying about him there. Like, these are people that are working with him in government, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. He now came and said, I stand by my opinion that what we have now is, in capital letters, civilian dictatorship. Saddam, I rest my case.
Thank you very much, my brother. That is just to cap it well, civilian dictatorship. All right, Man Deeps, welcome to the live. You have the space in 5 minutes. Welcome. Meanwhile, guys, thank you so much. About 100K likes already. Guys, if you're on X, please repost the live. We're at the top of the hour. Man Deeps, coming in 5 minutes. You're not audible. Please speak. Please do not speak with your earpiece. Can you speak directly to your phone?
Can you hear me now?
Are you using your earpiece?
I've removed my earpiece. So
okay, go on. We can manage you. Go on.
Okay, so I'll just
I want to throw a little light. George, Mr. Omo George, something like that. You guys were talking about migration to Lagos. You see, migration to Lagos is investment driven. Naturally, people will move where opportunities are centered. When you concentrate opportunity in a particular place, people move. It happens in the US here. People tend to want to move to New York because for some reasons, it's as if opportunity is centered there. So that is what naturally happens. But the difference between the US and Nigeria is that the Nigerian's own case is deliberate. For example, you talked about ports. For a very long time, the west part of the country has been sidelined. You see, ports and custom revenue, it's different in Lagos than every other state in the country. See on it. Then when you come to infrastructure, there is a serious infrastructure bias. You come to federal roads and everything that has to do with infrastructure, there is a serious difference. Don't forget that federal presence creates a private sector magnet. If you don't know that today. You see, federal presence, it creates a sector magnet. So someone that wants to invest in microchips wants to be attracted to where there's federal presence. It's natural. And now, recently, Tinubu is taking it to another level. That is, he's now making everybody to now understand that he don't care about any part of the country. You see, some people will come up here and just spill, say things without considering the next person. Why keep on laughing? Because what goes around will surely turn around one day. And the same mouth where you take talk A, now everybody expect me to take talk B. I'm a business person, I do business. Do you know what the business people are passing through? Do you know that out of every 100 people that is into importation, that 80% has a warehouse in Lagos? And do you know they pay for these warehouses? Do you know I'll have to sleep in a hotel every time I'm traveling outside the country? I must gift my hard-earned money to Lagos Hotel because I want to take an international flight.
Thank you.
Is the soil in the whole of South and the whole of Southeast and the whole of Middle Belt and then the whole of Northeast, Northwest? Because it's not even about the Southeast. People should stop misunderstanding. Excuse me. People should stop misunderstanding some part of the country when they say that things should be decentralized. Nobody hates Lagos. When people say, some people say, because they hate Lagos, it's envy. No. Go to same countries. Things are decentralized. It makes things easy. I told somebody something. I said, if you see any part of Nigeria that is excelling in terms of industry like Aba, commerce like Kano, commerce like Onitsha, the Anambra, and industries like, if you see any other part of the country in the states in Nigeria excelling in these regards, hail them. It is not easy. Most civil servants will come up here and spill nonsense because they don't know what business people are passing through to become what they are.
Facts.
What stops Tinubu from activating, chase those navy away from Saple or go to One? Okay, let's even leave those navy there in Saple, one port they say existed there. See One as big as One port is. What stops him from coming down to One, rearrange One in a way that One can bring in goods? Because somebody like me, let's assume I want to bring in raw materials that are going to be used in an industrious state and factory-enabled state like Abia. Now, if I bring in a 40-feet container of raw materials that are going to be used for production, I'll first of all dock it in Lagos, almost 500 to 600 kilometers away from where the goods are going to.
It's crazy.
And then I will find a warehouse because 40 feet cannot be pushed immediately. Logistically, it is not even making sense.
to start pushing 40 feet down immediately. You log it there and put it in your warehouse, and then you're paying rent, and then you wait until you start pushing them down gradually. Do you even know that some people have been forced to open, not forced physically, I mean because of the conditions, some people now tend to have a shop over there.
Exactly.
By force, because it's more, it pays you more. You make more money doing that. They now have shops over there. So they are about people will now be coming to buy. And you're telling somebody, George said something. He said that Nigeria is, I have to even say that it's like he was trying to talk about oneness. I understand we are one, no doubt about it. Everybody, Lagos is Nigeria, Kogi is Nigeria, Abenue is Nigeria. But the point people are trying to make is that when something is closer to you, it makes more sense. So why not activate the honeypots? Then create a sort of railroad, how do they call it? For goods only. This thing is happening in China.
Rail clusters, yes.
Thank you. Any industrial part of the inland China has a goods rail. You see, when you see a system that is thinking, you will know. It has goods. The rail is just for goods, to transport goods. And the distance between One and Abia State is a stone throw. If you chop belleful, if you trek can walk from this state to the other state. They have boundaries. So you activate the port, you drop in goods rail, so that once these ships dock there, 40 feet, 20 feet, any amount of ships that docks there, they offload, put it direct into those rails, and the rails goes down and distributes it in all the industrial parts of the southeast. The same thing can happen too in Benue, that small Benue river that you call a small river. The closer these ports come, the better for most of the people that are in that neighborhood. And you will see that people will make more money.
And automatically what it does is that it reduces the prices of those goods.
Definitely, it will. Because, you will not, it's common sense for me to add my hotel bills, add the warehouse I'm paying for in Lagos and all those things. I'll add everything now.
Yes, now.
And then, then you transport something via road, it is more expensive to transport something via road than through water. You see, so if these things are coming closer, then do you know that the whole of North, most of the shoes, the flip-flops, those stuff women wear, most of them, those clothes, most of those stuff that the northern people wear, I am telling you this, go and research it. It's from Aba. If you go there, you see a lot of northerners. Early morning, you see them. They will buy markets from that morning till night. At night, they will move. Night market, they are going back to the north. If these things are closer, then the northerners will buy cheaper. The Nigeria the country will tend to become a better place for everybody. But somebody will come here and be defending what does not make sense, and then a businessman is just folding his hands and looking at you and shaking his head. Because you've never done business, you don't know how difficult it is to do business in a condition that is not enabling. And then you say that people are flocking to Lagos. Why do you think they are flocking to Lagos? Reciprocate the thing you did in Lagos, in Kogi State, and you watch an Anambra statesman flocking to Kogi because it's just a boundary. Reciprocate it in Anambra, and you see an Anambra statesman sit in Anambra and not go anywhere. Do the same thing in Benue. You see everybody around Benue flock into Benue. It is natural. That is what happens. But my point is, Tinubu is now even taking it to another level. And I understand why he's doing so. It's very unfortunate that some people will come up here and be clapping and be having fun and be happy that things are done this way. And then when someone cries out somewhere else, they will say that this person hates Lagos or this person is not this.
especially for those of us, when you travel out, you see that you want to cry for your country. These things are easy things to do. Very simple things that does not even warrant anything. There are more than 9 small ports that are all over the place in the US here. Small port that is not even as big as most of those Benue, small riverine inland ports or River Niger inland ports. Yet, somewhere as big as One. Do you know that One is competing with regional maritime institutes? Because Ghanaians come to One for their school, for their maritime, for maritime studies. As big as that is not functional, and somebody is telling you it is not every good that should come through that place. So you are actually enabling punishment for the people of the South and Southeast, and you have the guts, not even South, Southeast and Middle Belt, and you have the guts to come here and be spewing it and be talking about it. How can you tell me that it's not everything that can come through that place? Do you even know the list of things that comes into Nigeria via 40 feet, 20 feet? No, let's start from there. Because when you list all the things that comes into Nigeria, you will not know the one that should come to on a port or the one that should not come to on a port. Because that same thing you are saying they should not come to on a port, when they land in Lagos port, they still transport it through the roads that are also bad. Most of the accidents you see on the highway, bro, now business people. Most of them. See the whole of South is somebody cannot wake up from his house, take a cab to international airport and fly all its way to China. If Nigeria has common sense, by now there would have been an international port in the heart of the Southeast. If the international airport is not even going to anywhere, at least China. That is at least a China friend once asked me this question. Sincerely speaking, he did. He has a house in Nnewi. The China man has a house in Nnewi, and he also has a business in China. I know him very well. We discuss, we do things together. In fact, we are like a family. This Chinese man was shocked that each time he's traveling, he has to drop in Lagos and now take another flight down to the Southeast every time. So he was not asking that question. And I discussed it with him. He felt very sorry for the country. And you need to really be sorry for any country that acts like that.
All right. Mandy, just in a minute, please. Mandy, please, if you just wrap up in a minute. Thank you.
Let me just round up. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is people need to understand that what is good for A is good for B. So let's try as much as we can. When we come up, let's discuss like Nigerians and not like a Kogi man should not be discussing Nigerian issue in a Kogi man's perspective, or Igbo man, you discussing Nigerian issue from Igbo man's perspective. Let's discuss it in a way that it touches everybody, so that Nigeria will be great again. Nigeria was greater than China. Remember,
I swear.
In the 70s, education, economy, everything, Nigeria died ahead of China. In the 70s, everything, go and cross-check this, education, economy, GDP, currency, everything, China died our back. But they came, met us, went across, and now China is a world power. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Let me just, Omar George, I see you want to ask me a question. I'll just come there. Let me just read a tweet just because of this China he just said. He said, the tweet goes by, it is not that China is in the future. China is in the now. In the last few weeks, China has announced a bullet train at the speed of a Boeing flying autonomous taxi, fully autonomous cargo lorries, and has just made it mandatory for children in schools to learn AI. China was a very poor country in 1980, with over 80% of its population living in extreme poverty. China's poverty rate fell from 88% in 1981. Please listen, guys. China's poverty fell from 88% in 1981 to 0.7% in 2015. If China could do it, in this 1981, Nigerians with a ball. If China could do it, Nigeria can also do it. All it takes is leadership. APC has spent 10 years destroying this country. Nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Omo George, Tinubu no want make Nigeria dey like China. If Tinubu wanted Nigeria to be like China, the first thing he would have done is not telling Nigeria subsidy gone. The first thing he would have done is to say all our ports are now open. That is how you know a man that is serious. You say our ports are now open. Not saying subsidy gone and putting Nigerians in poverty. China took their people out of poverty. He would have said, going forward, from day one, Tinubu say, going forward, I am announcing I'm signing this in as an executive order. All our ports are now open. And we're opening it up to investors. If you are good at port business, come in and come and bid to control our ports. Niger State is I think 3 times the size of Netherlands. Netherlands has 13 major seaports and over hundreds of small ports. China have like 34, over 2,000 other ports. These are countries. So when you're exporting, you can export and you can import. God has blessed Nigeria too much. See, if you're a Tinubu supporter, I honestly just know that you cannot be a Tinubu supporter. You might like the man, but people probably don't understand what we have in the country. Our inland waters alone can generate wealth for Nigeria. Our inland waters alone can be a means of transportation. We should be seeing vessels moving through our inland water from Lagos to the south. But our inland waters is nothing happens. In fact, I will go and see River Niger, sand don't full on. River Benue, sand don't full on. People that are not innovative, this our government, they know they think. They just there to steal, eat, and pay salary, give student loan, all this nonsense that any Tom, Dick, and Harry can do. That's not governance. I'm gonna just let me give you a minute to come in, and I'll run to Easy Boy then Dauda.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, in the course of the conversation, my name was fine left from right. But the question is this: where is the resources to do all these beautiful things you are saying?
Should I answer you?
Of what? Wait, hold on. I know you. Yeah.
Did you talk about investors?
I wanted to go and answer him right now. It's very simple, my brother. The money you choke. If you're looking, you see, Omo George, wait. Let me help you. I share this story. I'm coming, please. I'm coming, please. I share this story here. Omo George, I'm coming. Let me just share. I've shared this story before, but for the sake of this your question, I want to share the story again for the benefit of many Nigerians that will be listening to us right now. Back in 2015 or so, I used to be in the nightlife business in Nigeria. So I had this customer friend of mine that owns a casino. He owns big casinos in the country. And I was in his casino. We were drinking and we were talking, and he was telling me about how he came, he's Scottish Nigerian, how he came to get his casino in Nigeria. And he came and he was like, when he came back, after spending over 30 years in Scotland, made engineering friends. He has friends that own companies that build railway, fast trains. And he said he wanted his one of his retirement plan was to bring them back to Nigeria and connect the East, starting from Imo State with fast trains in Imo State, then connect the Eastern region with fast trains. This government will not pay a kobo. You will not pay 1 kobo. Government will not pay 1 kobo. These people come in. All they need to do is when they come in, you give them this thing, they do it, and you give them maybe 50 years of recuperating back their funds. They have to recoup back their funds. So give them like 50 years, in that 50 years, they will still be paying you people taxes. So they'll be maintaining the rails. So they'll be maintaining the trains. So all the automation and everything, they will be maintaining it. So you will not spend a kobo as a government. And he came in and he was going to the Commissioner of Works. Commissioner of Works was asking him, what is the need for me? What is my own share? What is my own commission? I want to see government give you this proposal. And they frustrated this man for like 6 months. And he gave up and said, Nigerians are not serious. And he started to let him carry his money and go and build casino. That was what prompted him. He said that casino. And in that is casino, the governor of Imo State as of then, you know who will be governor of Imo State as of 2015. Him, brother, they come spend ₦1 million minimum every night for that man casino. He said that what Nigerians like with this flexing. So I am giving you this as an answer to understand that when you want to develop a nation, there are companies that are abroad that understand the power we have. What we have in Nigeria is numbers. We have that number. So people will come in. All the tolling that do you know about the billions or trillions that I've gotten from Lekki Expressway toll gate? If I bring in such a company now to Nigeria now, and Nigerian government will not spend the quote, but we have criminal politicians that are looking for something for themselves. And that's when there's an absence of leadership. So don't ask me why we do all this good thing you're saying, how will it come? It will come in when you have good leadership. Simple.
Okay, thank you. See, let me explain my own side. Meanwhile, there is someone that has some challenges running around on the comment section. One is a Pharaoh. I think it's better to drop people like that when there is intellectual discussion, because some people, they are not yet matured to get into national discussion. You see, all of us are socialists in our young age. We believe everything should come for free. When you start owning things, then you become a capitalist. You become conservative. That is how it goes almost everywhere in the world. When you talk of natural resources of that country, have we developed the technical know-how to exploit these natural resources? How many of those natural resources can we even add 50% value to? Now you talk of, he said, investors, portfolio investors will come in. Do you understand that they have zero interest in your country? What they have interest is on the interest and profit they can make from that investment. That is how it goes. And
is that a problem?
There's no problem in that. So it is.
What is this man even saying? Is he not a businessman? Come on, tight.
What are you? Wait, hold on. What have I said? What I said?
George, let me ask you a question. George, are you aware that a Nigerian by name Bayo Ogunlesi was the owner of Gatwick Airport?
Yes.
Are you aware?
Yes.
You are aware?
Yes, in the UK.
So you are aware that a Nigerian had an airport in the UK?
So what about
you are aware that a Nigerian had a private citizen had an airport in the UK? If UK were thinking as you're thinking, will he be able to have an airport in the UK?
See, I don't understand.
Someone like that Bayo Ogunlesi now. Someone like Bayo Ogunlesi now. Why did the Nigerian government look and say, Bayo Ogunlesi, come and let's give you MMM. Take over MMM and be giving us money? No, because Tinubu needs to use, I'm coming because Tinubu needs to use, what's this man name? Festus Keyamo to launder money by aviation contracts. Because if Ogunlese is coming in there, he's going to spend his own money. Government will no longer be putting in budget, MMM project, budget, this one project. That is why these criminals in government will never allow people coming to spend. Because they know that the moment they come in to spend, they will not longer be budgeting for those projects. Don't you understand these things? Come on, bro, man. Let's move on the conversation, please. Let me bring in. Omojo, just calm down. Let me bring in Dauda. I'll come back to you. Am I audible? Oh, my network is messing up. But I can't hear. Is anybody speaking? Okay. I think I can hear you guys. My Wi-Fi is doing like. See, you see why me waiting they pay me pass in a job. You see, as I did like this, I said yesterday, I will beat my chest 1,000,000 times that I'll do 1 billion times better than Bola Tinubu. In 2 years, by president of Nigeria in 2 years. If when support Tinubu like this by this time, if I be president, I'm going to worship me. The people will worship me because to fix Nigeria is not difficult. If people don't. When I say this I'm like my friend. Okay, let me give you another story. A friend of mine probably is on this live. I don't know whether he will be on this live. A gubernatorial candidate in a party in one of these states reached out to me and we were talking, and he was like he was going to Texas, and I was like, okay, I will not be around, but this my friend. I want him link up with him. So he linked up with this my friend, and they went out. They were clubbing. They were clubbing in the night, and while they were clubbing, the kind of transactions will happen that night. You can't tell my friend, say, make my friend meet them up the next day, make them go one meeting. So they went to a meeting. Then my friend came back. My friend is a Yoruba guy, a very, very correct guy. And he came back the next day, he called me, say, Sirdam, men get money. Say, Omo, say, when Igbo men get money for this Texas. Say, he fear. He says, Sirdam, I saw men that are building super highways for the Texas government. Nigerian men that their contract is to build super highways for the Texas government. Contractors in America, engineers. What these men were speaking, if you see the anger in their voice, how much they want to come back and fix Nigeria. Men that are ready to come back and fix Nigeria in diaspora. That's why somebody was saying, we don't even understand the wealth of Nigerians in diaspora that are willing to come back if they see a sensible government. But they will never come back under Tinubu because they know Tinubu is a boju. They will never come back to Nigeria under a wuru government. A government that will tell them come back and say, okay, this super highway you want to build, Coastal Road, don't worry, we will build it. Tinubu will say, no. I've given it to my godfather already.
Madam, can you hold this person? This is a pharaoh. It's making the nonsense of your chat.
Who is that?
There's some guy.
Please, guys, let's try and be mindful of what we're saying, please. If you are, please, I don't want to drop you off. Please, let's be. You can throw somebody a jab without being insultive, without being condescending or something, please. I hope you don't. And also, I don't do tribalism on my platform. If you're a bigot, the moment you say carry a bigotry, I throw you out of the platform, please. I don't tolerate bigotry here, please. Thank you. So please, there are millions of people that are ready to come in and invest in Nigeria without the government spending a farthing. All they are looking for is enabling environment for their business or their investments. Let there be a genuine ROI for them. Some of them are ready for 20 years ROI generation. In 20 years time, we'll get back our ROI, our return on investment. Some are ready. but they will not come back to a system that they know that is corrupt, that is not ready to work. Tinubu is not here to work. Tinubu is not here to work. Just take it like that. But let me bring in a Tinubu son, a son of Tinubu, a defender of the demolition man. Dauda. Hey, Mandip, sorry, please, I muted you. Please, what, Dauda, just wait. Mandip, what do you want to say?
I wanted to add something. You see, investors, they look at body language. When you open your mouth and make a statement like, take it, grab it, and run it. See, there's nobody with common sense. See, if Trump made that statement, Trump made it beautiful, let it be political. Trump will not do that kind of mistake.
Dauda na real online bandits, I swear. Thank you, Ojo. Thank you. All right, let me bring it down. Dauda go rise to the BPO. Dauda rise to the BP.
So people are snatch it, grab it, and run away with it, right? But they forget that around that same time, Oluomo, who we know is Tinubu's boy, came out to threaten, and one of Tinubu's old boy, who is also in the police, came out to doubt that threat. They also forget that in the spirit of snatching it, grabbing it, and running away with it, Tinubu removed a sitting governor and installed a sole administrator and conducted an election. And up to today, nobody has been able to bring out the part of the constitution that defends that thing. So people think that snatching, grabbing, and running away with it is just a statement. Local man is telling you people, I walk my talk. I'm not going to kill you, I'm not going to kill you. Nothing will be do about that. People think this is a joke.
All right, Belele. Let's move on, please, because I have to end this live at the top of the hour, please.
I don't even need 1 minute. I just want to go 155. So evidence. I show you where what matches action. Make I show you what is matching action. The evidence of snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. Fubara saw it live. The people of Rivers saw it live. That nothing concerns some people concern constitution, live and direct. If you can bring out the place in the constitution where what Tinubu did is backed up, bring it out. Let us debate it here, live and direct.
All right, thank you. Dauda, all right, you have 5 minutes. 5 minutes of speaking to our topic, please. Dauda, first of all, wait first. Let me create this conversation so you don't go off the tangent. Tinubu came out and said today that when he came into as president, Naira was 1,900. That he has stabilized it at 1,300 to 1,400. Is it true?
You said 1,005, 1,000. You mentioned 5.
Okay, 1,005. He said he met is that statement? No, Velele. I have to wrap up this piece. I beg, my brother, please. I beg. Let's wrap up with. Don't worry. I don't even play. I just want him to say it. And Dauda, is it true?
Let him play. Let me hear what.
Oh yeah, Velele, play him. Velele, play it now, my brother. I'll be making a play him.
Okay, if you get away, make I get the exact place. Hold on.
Together.
No, hold on. No be here. No be here.
First of all,
No. Hi.
the paper for
You don't reach. Give me a second. Make I go back small.
Thank you for believing me.
Make I put myself back. All of us will do that at the same time.
The economy is stabilized. Nobody is trading a piece of paper for exchange rate anymore. When I took over, 1.9
now. It's been stabilizing there. People can predict. You don't have to know a Cardozo before you get your foreign exchange, you get your imports. What we need now is building the ship.
So make I can't go the one when talk say no borrow money because that one I like. So make I go find that one.
God.
Direction
See as in they talk like saying carry in swallow frog. Yeah. 1.9. Ha.
Today I'm standing before you, I can brag that Nigeria is not borrowing, it's dying.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, Dada. 1, 2, 3, go. Defend.
He said Nigeria have not borrowed a dime. Yes, from local banks. Yes, because we have even met our target, our revenue target for 2028 in August.
Now that he started from I am not even starting your time. Start from the beginning. He met dollar at 1.9, and no, don't do it. Start from where the introduction, then go to this other lie where you want lie.
He said dollar was 1.9, right?
1
point something. See, let me tell you one thing. In those days, you cannot predict a party. You see that way Buhari was in power. That was when I was running for political office in Gombe. I was exchanging dollar a lot, right? Today, you cannot predict. At that time, you could not predict what the dollar would be. And you know who people were just this
Dauda was dollar 1.9 was dollar 1,900 naira before Tinubu got to power.
Is it like $1 or you mean $1? I know it got to 1,003.4, but I don't know. I'm not aware of when it
Before Tinubu got to power is the answer. Before Tinubu got to power, did dollar ever reach 1,000 naira?
I know it got up to 1,004.
Under who?
Under Buhari.
He did smoke. Now today I know say he smoke pawpaw leaf. Dollar never got over 700 under Buhari. 700 under Buhari. In the black market, he never. Kai. Please, no, please, please, Bandy, please, I just want, please. All right, what was dollar, please? What was dollar, please?
Mr. Sirdam. Honestly, at that time, you know why I wanted dollar because I was exchanging it to do my campaign. So I knew how much I was exchanging. Let me tell you, not even you see the people I was selling it to, the FX people that were buying from me, they used to buy it 900, 1,000. I'm telling you.
Dauda. You see me? It's Dauda. Wait, Dauda.
Let me check whether my majority.
Check, please check. Hey, this life don't scatter my belly. I beg, Udo one, please come in. Please, guys, I want no belly. I beg. I beg, but I pity me. Udo one, come in, please. Ma'am, did please. Let Udo one go on, please. Udo one go on, please. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, it's just this Tinubu lies that I'm going to start and end with, because this is already September, and I've been listening to spaces and been on conversations, but I've not been talking, I've just been listening. But now, this is September, and I said I have to be speaking now.
And me, I'm going to redirect this conversation. Tinubu's lies. Tinubu does not lie. Tinubu will tell you what he's telling you what's going on. He's telling you what he's going to do. He's revising that history, revising that past, and trying to give us something else. And it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. Just like what the argument we're having with the dollar. These people, they have a propaganda machine. And they have sent this propaganda machine, these straw men, to come and twist lies in spaces and on TikTok and everything. That is the problem where we are right now. Because I don't understand this. Let me know if you call names. These guys that come up to defend APC, we all know that they are paid. Please, Saddam. I play basketball once in a while during the weekend. Saddam, if you play soccer or play tennis on your off time, and I have somebody that I pay to come and challenge you every day, would you enjoy the game? You are definitely not going to enjoy that game. So this is what this is where we are now in all these conversations that we're having. Instead of us.
You don't have your blood pressure.
Are you not?
No, I go through it one for you.
Shut up. Very. That's it. So this. So by the time these guys spin this line, these guys they told us that they have 200 people that are paid to come online. They've had 1,000 people that they paid to come online. Now all they do is just to spin the message of Tinubu. I was on his space earlier on today, and if you see how there are people who are just coming up and just twisting what Tinubu said. Someone spoke English, and then you have over 10 to 15 people. Well, I wasn't there all day though, but over 10 to 15 people spinning what this guy said. Oh, he did not say one lady came out and said, no, he wasn't talking about dollar rate. He was saying 1.9 about, as if these people don't make sense. They can't even speak and make sense. And even get themselves. Can you close your?
Now that I go drop you, I beg your time. I'll give you your time. Please, I have to wrap this place up now.
Saddam, I swear, I get pissed off. As in, I really can be my witness. Yesterday, I jumped on his face and I was totally pissed off. How can somebody come online and tell us that dollar reached 1,000 in Buhari's time? Like, are you living under a rock? Or do you think that all of us are empty brains? Many of us have multiple degrees. As in, whatever these guys are doing, we understand it from a mile away. So that is why my own social media campaign right now is to come online and tell you guys that you are arguing with strong men. These people will never agree with you. They will never accept that these people are doing wrong, or Tinubu stole, or Tinubu is stealing, or Tinubu is running the country as in anyhow he wants. Look at lopsided lopsided hire that he gave. The only people that he's concentrating on in Lagos. You can see the budget also. Lagos, only Lagos. So we need to come to a point that let's stop entertaining these people's life. I mean, we entertain Tinubu's life enough. And then when I come on space and try to, I understand, and I understand, Saddam, why you're trying to educate these people. You're educating your followers too, and people that just jump on the space to understand this thing. But as long as we are giving these people air, now I'll just break it down this way. If these people have 100 people to come online, and there are 100 people have different places to come and speak, APC, their work is going on. But if 100 people come and only 2 of them don't even find space to speak, pressure is going back to their account. So my own is that we should stop giving these people, in as much as we want to educate the crowd, we should stop giving these people air. Because as I drop off this line, I come down to listener sports. I cannot listen to Dauda. I cannot listen to Uriel. When they come up, I mute them and listen. And I don't like it when I do, because Zalan, you're my guy. I won't dare on top of your life now. So, but man, these people are thieves. These ones that are coming up, these baby thieves that are coming up, they know nothing. They're only just to spin whatever the government is going to say. So Tinubu's lies is just a distraction to us. Tinubu, they are not doing anything. I say we're not moving forward in this country. Let's just keep our attention on Tinubu's administration. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let me first of all one more time just say why we do what we do. You understand? You know me on the violence space. I know they give chance. Well, this particular Emir Sirdam show, I'm trying to. It's for me. It's more about now that they chop granite. Mute your mic. And for me, it's very important. Now, when we open this live, we speak to thousands of Nigerians across different platforms, and many of these Nigerians, whether you like it or not, APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu understand the effects of social media, and have invested billions into social media. And Nigerians unknowingly are going into different rooms where they hear these arguments. And those rooms are not in those rooms. So me, by the grace of God, God has given me a platform whereby I can also talk to thousands of Nigerians. So I want thousands of Nigerians that go into those rooms, that come here and listen to these arguments by people like Dauda. They now hear contrary opinions. And also, these guys are very consistent. When I start my live here, I speak for like an hour. I'll be waiting for people to request mic. I'm not going to request mic. Now them go come request mic. When they request mic, I don't want to give them mic. I'll give them mic. I mean, only me going to talk. And when they come and start talking, you people get triggered and say, no, Sirdam, Udo, you've never spoken on my life since. But because of what they are saying now, you know, they say now that say make you go drink, say blood pressure. Waiting and they talk, they pain you, and you know the truth, so you have to come up and speak. Why didn't you request the mic as I was talking and start saying this your truth? You didn't do it. So you guys are also one way. Part of if you people come and request mic as I'm starting out, request mic, all of you people 100 before it reach to Dauda, I could not say life don't end. I'll say Dauda, try again tomorrow. So please. Who won't come your stream, Dauda? They can't headache way they give me. This one why they give you time when you talk. You know this how they can't headache go sleep.
If you carry 500,000, call Nigeria and say free gifts.
See.
If they're full of one day, tomorrow they will go call their brothers.
You're gonna give 500 every day with that. I beg Dauda, you have 2 minutes to wrap up, please.
No, I beg, give me enough time. I have to talk.
You have been all the nonsense you've been saying since ago.
You see this Udo one. If I talk, that people say I dey cruise. It's under Obi payroll. When they go collect money from Obi, when they talk, people go, because if I dey talk, I don't tell people, say these people that they pay them. They just say me na cruise, I will just come they do drama here. They're under payroll. Now, let me just go ask Google. AI will tell you, say, even AI will tell you, say, the highest exchange rate on that one, don't reach 800 naira. AI, but me as a practical person, I'm not lying. People, I don't know why people always think I come here to lie. I was exchanging dollar and campaigning with my money. I was using majority app, which allowed me to send dollar to dollar account in Nigeria. And when I do that, because you know why, I was boycotting all those politicians that were monitoring my Naira account, right? I will carry my majority app, send the dollar, right? And then those guys will now send me the cash. So these Nigerian people don't know how I was making my money. Even when they were monitoring my bank, they only see that money is being deposited. How did they get this money? I was using a majority app to send it. So I know how much exchange rate I was getting. It was up to 900, 1,000. To the black market now, the person himself will take the dollar and go and sell. This guy said I'm lying because he's under payroll. He wants to do his job so that he will not go back me, that they will not increase his salary. That's it.
Okay. Dauda, let's agree with you. Let's not agree with you. Let's agree that you paid 1,000 naira for a dollar. Tinubu said it is 1,900. Please explain the remaining 900.
I sold it, not that I paid. I sold it. I was selling.
Oyana, explain Tinubu's that he met it at 1,900.
Now those guys, those black market guys, they were manipulating. They too, they were trying to make it so whatever they would do to increase the money. That's why I said I don't know how much
buyers, those who were buying from them, will know how much it got to. But for me to have given it at 800, 900, 1,000, it means that they sold it more than that. That is what I'm trying
So that means they sold it to like 1,900.
No, I don't know. I don't know how much it is. I can't tell because I wasn't buying dollar. I was only selling it at that time. Now, let me tell you. We are talking about opening ports. All the submission. I told you these guys are under OBPO. All the submission is going to promote ketchup and tomato importation. All the submission about opening the ports for importation. Why are they talking about importation? Did China open up rail station into the interland to come and be importing goods or to distribute the one they are producing? Or every submission we are talking is to enhance importation. Where will the job come from? That is why 3 categories of people are shouting on that table: importers, subsidy, all those subsidy people, and then the dollar forex manipulators. These are the town criers of Nigeria. So, if we are talking about growing our economy, that person now, I wanted to ask Man Dips that he says an importer. What is he importing? Can you answer me quickly before my time, sir? Man Dips, what are you importing from Nigeria?
If anybody is going to answer you, there are a lot of things to answer you. Just carry on.
Just tell me one.
My response. Dauda.
Yes,
this is my response. My response to you is that when Tinubu assumed office, dollar is 460.
Okay, now it's over. Now I declare my time. I want you to tell I said I want you to tell me what you are importing. I will tell you why are you not producing it in Nigeria?
You know handle dollar richly.
Obi wants to stop and change Nigeria from a consuming country to a producing country. It does not have one single tomato bank supporting the ketchup and the tomato. The magic.
All right. Thank you. Udo, you don't tell my accurate timekeeper. Dauda. Wait. Dauda, you have 1 more minute. 1 minute to wrap up. Wrap up in 1 minute.
See, now they didn't remember that Tinubu said we had a budget for IGR for 2025. We have met that budget August as of yesterday. As of August, we met it, which means we have 4 months. Half the number of people, we have 4 months to make half of the money we made. What was as target? Calm down.
Would you leave them now? I want to make a wrap up now.
There are social media badges. People say, oh, I'm talking this, I'm talking that. Yeah? Now, this one, if I get there, I give a stick, it will break my head. What is the difference between him and those baddies that are in bush? So what I'm trying to say now is, you didn't say that because we are depending so much on our IGR. All the Trump tariff war is not affecting Nigeria. People don't understand. And you see, our exchange rate is up to 1,009. Not because
all right. Now that
it's not because our economy is bad. It's because Tinubu has floated the naira so that we make gain from every dollar. We are also making gain. It's part of our IGR.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just 1 minute.
All right, Udo.
1 minute. I'm not even reacting to him. The beauty with technology is that when
I'm giving everybody 1 minute now. 1 minute, Udo, please, just in a minute.
No problem. When you don't like what you see or don't like what you hear, you can always mute and carry on with whatever you're doing. And the second beauty of technology is that you can go back in time and just type on Google or anything, what was the rate between this year and this year, and it will give you. But these people that we're dealing with are the people that Tinubu sent to school. Tinubu sponsored them. If not, they will just be organizers.
I got my scholarship to come and study.
Dauda, keep quiet. When you accuse me own, you no talk.
So I know when Tinubu was leaving government, he just said, what can he do for his next level of slaves? And he sent all of them to school. That's why you see all of them coming here to defend him. They
they'll come and defend him and, spill all kind of light, expose their empty heads.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mandeep, please, in a minute, please.
Okay, so for me, I feel, you see, I have more than 20 malams. I don't think they call them. This Burundi change people. More than 20. That thing, not lie. It's a big lie. It was 463 and 470 before he entered office. Then after that unification, the thing now started going up. Now we're done in Nigeria. Hi.
Thank you. All right, Belele.
I am a participant observer.
You are accusing people of being market people. Now you are being like a market man. These people, Chris, it's not getting tired. And
I am a participant observer.
I was a partaker. I complain now, you say I've come. See, you know what I mean, see? Anyway, Nigerian people, like I said, the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. I've warned you people and I warn you people again. The job of APC, or what APC hopes to achieve, is not to get you to forgive their crimes. Their crimes of wasting your resources. Their crimes of turning your country into a lawless country that nobody wants to touch, even a long stick. Their crimes of awarding contracts worth billions of your money to their friends without any beating. Like they're calling you fools. They don't want you to forget those sins. They don't want you to forgive those sins. No, they want you to remember those sins as them doing the right thing. That's why you have these elements here. I'll say this thing again because people have not understood it. They don't want you to forget it. They don't want you to forgive it. They want to revise history. Good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, guys, and that's where we draw the curtains on the Emir Sirdam show today. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. on the hottest of them all, the violence space. Hopefully, guys. Then go see the violence will be here. We go smoke you like shisha. Go on. Tomorrow you go come here. We'll be streaming live here also on YouTube now. You want come violence space? Violence space where Tinubu they cry. They cry. Violence space now water. You know what you say? You know you have 4 people sitting in the room. All right. No, thank you, my brother. We'll be back tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much. All of you streaming from across different platforms. NC is going to chop up tomorrow. Oh, we're in Nigeria. You don't want to come to violence with my brother. I tell you, APC people abhor, they see violence spaces is judgment. Is judgment of APC. They don't, you can't even request the mic involved. If you enter the room, they hit alone. You know, to request mic, you have to go shake. You don't know how far. Go and follow my handle on X. Emir Sirdam is my handle on X. Tomorrow is the violence space, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. I dare you, Dauda, come on the violence space tomorrow. I dare you. Come tomorrow, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Come tomorrow on X. Make you. What you say you come. Tomorrow you will see the real Sirdam. Maybe this Sirdam way they see for here. So you see, say people they wonder whether that's Sirdam. This is the Sirdam they know you. You will see the real Sirdam tomorrow. No wahala. Oh my God! You don't do off your mic. You don't know now. You don't know what's in the apple. Don't worry. You will see tomorrow. Tomorrow go hot by God's grace. Thank you guys for coming out. I see all of you requesting for the mics. Oh my bro, it's my favorite people. Akani, Mikey, Omojo. I beg guys. Please pardon me. Forgive me. forgive me. I have to go and rest because tomorrow is going to be a very long day for me. Hustle and also hosting the violence space tomorrow. It takes a whole lot of energy and I have to be at the right frame of mind. So I have to shut this space down today. But thank you to all of you that have come out tonight across all our platforms. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I did also, despite the fact wherever you're standing on the iron of the conversation. Thank you guys. We will keep fighting. We'll keep speaking. The most important thing for me is that I'm seeing Nigerians in our thousands come out to talk about our country. It shows that there is actually light at the end of the tunnel, and I hope we can all keep this going on going forward. But tomorrow we'll be live on the violence space. If you want to see more of this in its purest form, meet us on X tomorrow. We'll be streaming it live also here on TikTok, also 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Do not miss it. See you guys tomorrow. As I always say, this is for God and for country. And I want to thank all of you that have contributed with your likes, with your gifts, with your sharing. Every one of you, all my top viewers, Clever, BBC Celebration, Mama Wakiri, Udo One, Obi for President, all of you that contributed with your voices tonight. My brother Dauda, Amo George, Velele, thank you so much. Critical Thinker, Roslyn, Ninja, Dorford, Dauda, Samuel Shinobi, DJ Prince, Lolo, Money, CY Ama, Powell, M. Mickey, Collins, Ghost Mode, Oluwatosin, Master P, Chocho, Sanchez Kitchens, Dan, JT, Stella, The Good Neighbor, Wachi, Abdul, Smokey, every one of you that came out tonight. God bless you guys. Archie, I see you. We'll be back, hopefully, God's willing, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. As I always say, we do this for God and for country. Have a great night. Stay safe and keep believing it's possible. Good night. Salam, guys.